La dee dum, la da dee, la dee dum. She's just like you and me. But she's homeless. Ooh, gotta have a makeup. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Is my chair lower again? I think it be lowering by itself. My chair be hating on me. My chair be hating on me. My chair be hating me. You see, it be hating on me. Ooh, my chair be hating on me. Shimmy, shimmy. What's going on? JSF guy, what's up, boo? Ooh, got the notice? Did you get the notice? It look like you got the notice. It kind of look like you got it. Ooh, Miss Santana, chiller, chiller. Howdy there. Yes, honey. It's over here stalling, honey. My brain be weird, y'all. Did you hit the like button? Did you? There's 10 people watching. It should be 10 likes. That's how math works. That's the math. I didn't make those rules. The math did. Okay? The math made the rules. Girl's in stubborn mode, y'all. He said, "You don't care about me. You don't really care about me." That's what he said. That's what he said. I didn't say that. That's what he said. Hey, New York. What's up, baby? What's poppin'? Mm, mm, mm. Ah, da, 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 da. Okay. Hit that button. Nailed it. That's Asian math. Oh, that's the first time. What's that mean? Good math? Great math? Perfect math? Because they're really good at math, stereotypically. Ooh, Frank Matthews. Eva Destruction. What's up, baby? Candia, what's going on? Yeah. I said I was gonna come back, and I'm back. I'm not. I'm not known for doing what I say I'm gonna do. I gotta. You know, I'm not known for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do a little bit more than I'll try. I'm trying that. But yeah, I live in the land of I'll try. I'll try. I'm trying. What do you want from me? Monica, what's going on? What's popping? Let's see. Let's do all the things that we must do. Danny boy, the pipes are calling. La da da. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you. I'm proud of me also. I'm so proud of me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta celebrate the wins and ignore the losses and pretend the losses didn't happen. In fact, call the losses wins. Just lie to yourself. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. I'll tell you what I haven't been doing, Condi. I haven't been like it's like I completely abandoned my Twitch. I ain't even been on there, and I'll be playing Minecraft. I'll be stuck in my Minecraft world for hours on hours on hours. Be the easiest thing to just go live on there, but it's like my hideaway. It's where I hide. I go in there and I hide, but if I'm live, then I won't be. I feel like I won't be hiding anymore. I'll be like, I feel like people can see me. Yeah. because they can. Because I'd be live. You know. You get it. Let's see. Okay. We got the link. We did that thing. We got the membership. No, we got the super chat goal. And oh wait, did I? Oh, I didn't pin it yet. Oh shit. So I did miss something. Okay. No, I did pin it. How come I can't see it up there then? Interesting. I guess it pins it at the bottom now instead of the top. Okay. Maybe that's just what it does. Okay. All right. Benjamin, what's going on? Yes, we're back. Jillian. Hey, boo. Darrell's praying to his ceiling lord. He's praying to the Lord of popcorn ceilings, you know. Praying to the Lord of popcorn ceilings. Oh, you know, I knew that song, did you, Darrell? Because I do. Come on, chair. Rise. And still you rise. Chair won't rise. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. And I'm just kidding. I'm appreciate my chair because I have one. You know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate what you have for sure. How y'all doing? It's Saturday. Did y'all know that it was Saturday? Because it's Saturday, you guys. Right? It's not Friday. Yeah, Saturday. It's Saturday, you guys. It's Saturday. I know it's a sad day. It's a sad day, sad night, whatever, for all those people who work for Spirit Airlines. It's been a tough day. Been a rough day indeed. It's terrible. It's terrible, honey. Just losses here and there and everywhere. Let's see what Darrell got going on. What's going on, Darrell? Oh, this is the same day when they were watching his little music video too. Look at him. Where's my freedom? Wherefore art thou? Darrell, look out farther yonder. Look out farther yonder. Do you see your freedom? No. Yeah, me neither. He almost don't even look like the same guy, right? He looked like it's because of that fucking beard, man. It's because of that beard. Little close set eyes. That's the same though. Things just sitting on top of each other, giving Cyclops energy. I'm so the like bouton for mama. Let's see. Let me get some red emojis in the chat. So what we usually do first. Yeah, red emojis. We'll start with red. Red emojis in the chat. Red emojis in the chat. Ooh. Okay. How you doing, Darrell? Is you okay with the look at it? Look how long this pinky nail is. Look how long this pinky nail is, y'all. Look at this thing. That's a coke nail. You know that, right? That's Darrell's coke nail. Darrell got a coke nail. That's very tacky of you, Darrell. Very tacky indeed. It's very tacky, Darrell. Very tacky. Okay. Oh, Mia. Let me send out my text message. Da, 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 da. Put on a happy face. Gray skies are gonna clear up. What? Only one red emojis from New York. That's it. Red emojis, y'all. Put red emojis in the chat for me. Fill it up. Fill it up so where the whole line all together is all consistently red emojis. And it can't stop until there's no spaces, till it's consistent, all red. Peer pressure. Here we go. Get it going. Get it going. Hey, Cat Media. Oh, you doing content? Good for you. I suggest that everybody do content, honey. I suggest it. I highly suggest it. Yes, honey. If you are a person who is like just like a super consistent person, you definitely want to do it, because that's what the space is. It's consistency. The person who posts the most wins the most. That's what it is. Let's see. Yes, honey. Here we go. Red emojis. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got this. You got this. Okay. He's going to get into this argument after this video. Here we go. We're going to start. All right.
All right, thank you.
This is mind-boggling.
Detective, you may step down. I'll excuse the jury.
What you people was trying to do is not fair. Hide things from the jury repeatedly. You don't tell them all the information
Mr.
they
Brooks,
need
I'm
to
going
know.
to take up all of your objections outside the presence of the jury. I'd ask that you honor my decision to do
Red
that and you
emojis,
show
come
courtesy
on.
and decorum.
Because you asked.
Four
Mr.
more
Brooks,
will do it.
please.
Because you asked. That's the only reason. Because you asked.
Because you asked. Not because you
I
pitched
see
for
what
it.
you people are trying to do. It's not right.
Darrell, what do you mean, you people?
It's not fair and it's not right.
Look at this man. Look at this man. He watching you, Darrell. You
You
better
can
be
have a seat.
careful.
Well, once the jury's outside of the courtroom, I'll take up the objections previously in the evidence. All right, first of all, Attorney Hopper, if you can make a record as to this exhibit and whether it's been turned over previously.
It was previously included in the initial discovery that was sent initially to the public defender's office, and now we have a record that those 3 boxes were turned over to Mr. Brooks.
There you go. So it is already there.
Since being called that name, and it was not in the video footage that I have obtained. That video was not part of it. Do you think I would sit here and be this irritated?
Mr.
by
Brooks, you
something
need to
that
make
I
a
saw?
record.
Do you think that I would sit here and bitch and complain for any reason at all, especially now, which I have been doing this whole time? Oh, I hate people who can't admit when they're wrong. Like that moment when somebody says something and it should be making you click and go, oh, okay, I see. But that's the moment instead that you go on super defense, you know.
So just please sit down. There's no need for you to stand at the moment.
I feel like standing right now.
Please sit down.
I feel like standing.
All right, based upon the offer of proof provided by the state, and it was provided to prior counsel, that satisfies me as to that issue.
That's
I
inaccurate.
indicated
That's
I would-
inaccurate, Your Honor.
It's
Can
inaccurate.
we have the prior counsel
It ain't
testify to that
accurate.
then? Because
Not at this time, sir.
I have not obtained that. Right now, that was my first time seeing that as an exhibit.
Mr.
That's why I
Brooks, I
raised the issue.
presume, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're familiar with that video. Yes or no?
What does that have to do with what we're talking
Because
about?
I'm going to make a finding based upon what I viewed in that video, that there's absolutely no surprise to you. It appears to me, even without the video, that that's a music video, that you are in it, that the vehicle that has been the subject of this entire case, that red Ford Escape with the plate that's been testified to, is in that video. That video is relevant for a number of different reasons. The first of which,
'Cause it was
goes
your
to
residence?
identification of.
It's relevant because it's your place of residence, Daryl. They're testifying about where you lived at, and that's why the car is relevant, because that's where you lived at. In the car, in the vehicle, the vehicle, the vehicle. Darrell lived in the vehicle, his mother's vehicle. That's a song I wrote for you. You like it? Did you like it? The answer is yes. You're supposed to say yes. Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
You, identification of the vehicle, you opened up the door through your cross-exam of Detective Casey about his ability to identify you in that video.
You opened the door, Daryl.
And when I say identification of
The
you
car house
specifically
door.
as it relates to Detective Casey's opinion that that's you in the video, of course, it's ultimately up to the jury to determine that. And what
Definitely him,
relevance,
Your Honor.
if any, that evidence have, but you opened up the door for the state to show that video because you directly attacked the credibility of Detective Casey through his knowledge of it and the identification by him of you in it because the still image was of your back.
Okay.
So
yeah.
that opened up the door, and it's proper. There's absolutely no surprise to you that that video exists, and that is my finding as it
What do
relates
you
to
mean by
that.
it's no surprise to me that it exists? That was not the issue. The issue was, how was it made an exhibit at the last moment? How does it be made an exhibit out of the blue? That was the issue. The issue
State can
didn't
make an
have
offer of
anything to
proof
do
on
with.
that because obviously they marked it as an exhibit. They
But with
had
all
it, so
respect,
go
Your
ahead,
Honor, you're
Attorney Opera.
mischaracterizing what I said, and the record needs to be clear. The issue that I raised was, how does this, at the last minute, out of the blue, become an exhibit?
Attorney
That
Opera,
was the
go
issue.
ahead and make your offer of proof on that.
Thank you, Judge. And another thing worth noting is the testimony of Detective Casey that this video was obtained from the defendant's own Facebook account as well. The court is well
Objection.
aware.
He said social
There's
media. He
nothing
didn't say what it was.
Sir, stop interrupting. We have to make a record of it. You've
Then make the record
interrupted
clear.
multiple
Ooh,
times. I've been
spicy.
abundantly patient
Make the record
with
clear.
you. Again, another interruption. So you need to be quiet and let the state make a record. Stop gesturing at
asking
me.
me to be quiet?
Stop rolling your eyes at
Are
me.
you?
Stop
I'm
mumbling.
looking right at you. I'm not rolling my eyes.
No, you
I'm
have
looking.
throughout. I've seen it
I'm
and
looking.
I've made note
I'm
of
looking
it.
at you. Okay, so are you asking me to be quiet, or are you telling me to be quiet?
Go ahead, Attorney Opera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
gonna take that
And
as
just
asking.
to indicate, Your Honor, this court has been abundantly patient with Mr. Brooks. He challenges
Hey,
the
Carolyn.
court's authority
What's up, baby?
repeatedly. This court absolutely has the ability to tell him to sit down and be quiet. And you haven't done that. And I know why you haven't done that, Your Honor. And we appreciate that. He is not in control of this courtroom. You are. And he needs to respect that. This video was relevant based on his questioning of Detective Casey, as you just indicated, challenging his
Angela,
ability to identify the person who had their back
Hit the
turned
like
to the
button.
camera in the still shot of State's Exhibit 175. Trials are fluid. When he opened the door to that, we came up with the video which Detective Casey testified repeatedly on direct examination and cross-examination as to how he knew that was Mr. Brooks, because he had seen the rest of the video. He would not accept that. He pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until we played the video. The lyrics of that video probably would have been prejudicial. Originally, I wasn't going to ask for volume. Then I did, because he pushed it again, and his voice and his mannerism of speech, I thought would have assisted the jury in identifying Mr. Brooks as the person in the video with the red SUV. However, you smartly asked me to play it without the audio.
She playing a
And
little
I
bit of
did
kiss
that,
up
and
too,
then I
ain't
never
she?
went back to that. This is
I,
all to the benefit of
Opera playing a little bit of kiss up too, wasn't she? Was she, y'all? You, Your Honor, smartly, bravely, intelligently, beautifully, you know, of course, you were right, Judge, Your Honor, Your Majesty. You were correct, ultimately, as you always are, of course, of course, of course. Oh, like, looking like, she kissing up now. Okay, okay.
this
It's
defendant
unnecessary,
who
but okay.
continues to suggest and impugn the integrity of this court and this prosecution
Stop impugning.
without basis. He doesn't like it because the evidence is stacking up and stacking up. And whenever it does, his response is to accuse you, the court, or the prosecutors of being unethical and hiding things. There is nothing in law that prevents me from pulling something out of my briefcase right now and making it an exhibit if it's relevant. You decide what's relevant, what's admissible, not Mr. Brooks. There is no law, he can cite to no law, no authority whatsoever that says I can't make an exhibit essentially on the fly if it's called for, and that's exactly what just
But I
happened
can
here.
say whatever I want.
So I apologize for my tone with the court. I don't mean to direct this at the court. It is very frustrating. The court has demonstrated much more patience than I have with Mr. Brooks because, again, I do not appreciate his impugning the integrity of these proceedings, of Your Honor's efforts to run a fair trial, and of our efforts to run a fair trial. We have ethical obligations as well to be fair in this courtroom. We have respected that entirely.
Yes.
The reason I was laughing 30 seconds ago was because the exhibit was mislabeled. There was an extra Y and it said Exhibit E, EXHIBITY. And I turned around to the paralegal and pointed that out, and we laughed over it, the word exhibity. That was it. There has been no disrespect directed at Mr. Brooks directly in any fashion. So
Although there probably
he can object
should
all
be.
he wants, and he has made that clear. He will continue to object and obstruct the court and obstruct these proceedings every last chance he gets. But legally, everything has been above board and
Sammy.
proper, and this exhibit is no exception. I apologize for my tone, Judge.
Thank you. I appreciate that additional record being made.
I object to that.
My previous
bet you
ruling
do,
doesn't
Darrell.
change in any way that the exhibit is relevant. I indicated I would take it up
Moving some
because,
stuff around.
and I'm taking what the state's saying as withdrawing the request to play the lyrics.
That is
Thank you, Sammy. Gosh. Hello. Ooh. Coming in with the wise advice. Okay, hit the like button. It's a great idea. It's a good plan. Sammy brings up a good point. Hit the like button is what she said. Okay. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I actually got 3 new subscribers from my video, from my live stream earlier. That was nice. That was a pleasant surprise. I got 3 new subscribers from that live stream. I don't typically, these days, I don't get new subscribers from my live streams. I think it's because it's usually typically people who are already subscribed in there. But I got 3 brand new ones in that live stream. I was like, what? What? Oh, yes, honey. And hype the video if I ever do post one. I think I had people tell me that they hyped my live stream after the live was over. That my live stream was eligible for a hype, I guess, because somebody hyped it. That was weird. I didn't even know that was a possibility. But, if it's going to let you do it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Give it a goo. Give it a goo. Give them all to mama. Okay? And you didn't tell me you were live early. Oh, yeah, I know. It was like, one of those randomy things. I figured you would probably be playing because it was nice and early. And it was like it was on, what was it on that airport, the airline thing or whatever? Yeah, it was an on the fly thing. I didn't even expect to be on there that long. I was supposed to be another one of those 1 hour ones where it's on a specific topic for an hour, but it ran on to like 2 hours. Turns out I had a lot of opinion about it. My bad, Sammy. But I also knew I was coming back live later, so I was like, it should notice if she noticed. You're. But thank you, baby. Mama appreciate you. Yes, you do. Ooh. Okay.
That's correct.
All right. I have not heard them, but I'll certainly take the state at its word as an officer of the court that it would be prejudicial based upon the lyrics that are in that video, but my decision to admit the video without audio stands. I do want to take up 2 other issues. There was an objection to questions regarding cross-examination. So the objections were by the state. One had to do with there was questioning about possible testimony with his niece and nephew, and then the jail cell search issues. So Mr. Brooks, you asked the questions. The state had objected. Since you're the proponent of what would presumably come in through the testimony of Detective Casey, what is your offer of proof as to why I should allow Detective Casey to come back on the stand and testify about his interaction, I believe it was with your mom, and possible testimony of your niece and nephew?
It don't matter with Detective Casey. He's off the stand. He's not going back on the stand.
No, but I told you I would recall him. I wanted to take it up outside the presence of the jury.
How do I supposed to know?
So are you withdrawing that, sir?
How am I supposed to know? I think I deserve a chance to rebut what was just said. I think I deserve that much if it's a fair trial.
What information do you want to provide to me about that last exhibit?
About what last exhibit? I'm talking about the audacity of the prosecution to just put that on the record when it's stated it's untrue.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's untrue?
We just
look at that. It's the thing that she had said at some point in these 14 days. That remember that one thing that she had said? What was one of those days? One of those 14 days. At some point inside that's 12 hours of each one of those 14 days. She had said that one thing that one time, and I think it's preposterous that she was able to say that. Well, what was the thing? Oh, now you don't know what it is. Oh, now you don't understand. Like, Daryl, this is what I do when I forget my train of thought, but I still kind of want to have the podium. You know, like, this is like a thing, like, it's like you're already in the middle of a speech thing and you were on a roll saying what you were saying, but then you forgot. You, like, something happened, like somebody sneezed and you forgot what you were saying, but you still know that you're supposed to be up there. So you just keep talking anyway, even though you're now not even talking about the correct thing. It's like that. It's like you ever have somebody be talking to you and you just zone out, and then they stop talking and they look at you and you realize, fuck, they must have asked me a question. Because why did they stop talking and start looking at me now? So they must have asked me a question, but I don't know what it was because I tuned out. Like, I zoned out. It's like that. So then you just start just saying something. That's interesting. You know? Well, that's something. I mean, well, what did you think about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you say something to try to get them to repeat it so that then you'll know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what he doing. That's what Daryl is up to, y'all. Oh, now you don't understand it.
Heard her talk for 5-10 minutes straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Now don't nobody know what I'm talking about.
Look at that. Look.
I don't know specifically what you're talking about.
There's a reference made to what I'm supposed to know about the evidence stacking up and this and that, as if that has any bearing on what I still think and what I'm still going to present. It doesn't.
Well, that's not what we're talking about at the moment. I made a ruling on an exhibit.
She's been laughing and making comments under her breath the whole time during the whole trial. And
so this is all about him getting laughed at.
Being said, but I can tell that it's directed towards me. I'm not an idiot.
I don't know what she said, But I know it was about me. I know that. Like, I know, like, I have no idea what she said. I mean, it could have been about her shoes for all I know, but it was about me. Now that part I know. Daryl, if you don't know what she said, then you can't know it's about you, honey. Because math and science. Because algebra. Okay? Because language arts. Because all those things. Oh my gosh.
I haven't made any of those observations,
I didn't
sir.
say you.
What I've
I don't know what
I didn't say you, Your Honor.
No, what I've
For
observed
her,
is
for
as...
her,
You sleeping?
listen, please.
Go ahead.
For her to
Lots
sit
of
there
that.
and try to play it off as if she's not referencing to me.
Not his eyes make you dry. I mean, not he make your eyes dry. I'm say his eyes make you dry. His eyes make me dry. Cause a bone just dry. Shriveled up dry. Yeah. Oh, you was sleeping. You was sleeping, Sammy. I woke up pretty early, y'all. I woke up at like 7. When I say woke up, I mean I actually climbed out of the bed. Like, I climbed out of the bed, and I do not do this on weekends. Like, I lay in the bed and play with my phone, and like I wake up at like 7:30, and I'll be like, "Wow, it's nice and early. I could get up and go be productive," you know. But I'll lay in the bed. I'll be like, "Ah, it's fine. I'll stay here for another hour." And I just lay in my bed. Next thing I know, it's like 11:30. I'm still laying in my bed. 4 hours of me just laying in my bed, awake. But just laying there, just losing time. That's what I do. But this morning I woke up at I actually climbed out of the bed, I think right before 8 o'clock. And I was like, wow. And, I went and took the trash out. I walked and took the trash out. And came back, cleaned up some. Made some food, made some coffee. Yeah, that's why I was live. That's why I was able to be live earlier. I was already kind of moving around so early. It was nice. It was nice. I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow. Why does it look like Daryl is holding on to his stuff? But why is Daryl holding? Why for is he doing that? Ooh. Oh, that's why you said that. That's why you said the thing about the eyes. Where was it? Oh yeah, he makes my eyes so dry. Yeah, because he don't blink. Because he's a fucking psychopath. That's why.
She must think I'm an idiot.
Yeah, she did.
Nobody
That is
said
very
that, sir.
disrespectful to me. I haven't said
It's
anything
true.
about that until
It's
today.
true, Daryl.
She's done it numerous times.
What are you talking about? I don't know
Her
what you're
laughing under her breath. Her trying to cover up the microphone so they can laugh and hee and key. That they've been doing that the whole time.
Oh, Daryl, they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to turn off the little thingy off, like when they just congregate to each other. They're supposed to do that. That's the thing. You would be doing that too with your lawyer had you had one. Okay.
I didn't
need
say
specific
anything. I didn't say
instances, sir,
anything
because
about it.
I have not noticed that. What I notice are 3 attorneys who cover up the microphone so that they're not heard when they're conferring with each other about evidentiary
Exactly.
issues or about testimony.
So why is it always laughing and giggling?
I
involved
haven't
with
Because
that?
you
noticed that
funny
other
and
than
short.
The one thing
That's
you
why.
pointed out
Well,
today,
we have
that-
cameras. That's what the
Mr.
cameras are
Brooks,
for.
let's refocus our attention on what we're here for, and that's
Okay,
this
then
trial.
I take
and
that
do
as
you have
I
anything you
take
want to
that
put on
as
the record?
I'm putting it on the record
As
if I
it
get a
no,
chance.
you need to let me finish. As it relates to the video and my decision to admit
She
it.
just admitted that she just now came with the exhibit. It was not that she just said she just made it an exhibit. It
That
was
doesn't
not
mean
an
it wasn't
exhibit
turned
before she
over
made
to
it
you.
one.
So do you have some legal basis, sir, for your position? Because I'm not
What do
aware
I
of
need
any.
legal basis for when she just admitted on the record that she just made this exhibit up
No,
right
she
now?
didn't. That is a complete mischaracterization. Sure, she did not.
That's what. So she wasn't
Create
implying
the
that by saying
exhibit.
that she could
She did
pull
not make it
anything
up.
out of her suitcase.
So that's a figure of speech.
Okay, so what is
Right.
it implying to? What would that be implying to?
As attorney,
How would anyone?
all right,
How would
I'm
anyone in
moving
my
on
position?
because you're not
How
providing me
would-
with any
how would
legal basis.
I didn't even finish.
For me
You told me that I can make the record. I'm attempting to make the record.
Sir, as it relates to the video and my decision to admit it, do you
I'm
have
just saying that you
anything-
didn't even let me finish.
You're not letting me
You
finish.
didn't let me finish either, Your Honor.
Because you're not providing me. You're
But how do you?
gonna
It's him acting like he's just having an argument back and forth with his mom or something. But it's the judge. It's that part for me. How are you trying to have this conversation with her? Oh my God. Look at it. He's like, but you won't let me I'm trying to do the thing that I'm lying and saying I'm about to do. I'm attempting to do the thing that I'm pretending that I have any intentions of doing the right thing. I'm trying. Daryl, shut the fuck up. Do yourself a favor and shut the fuck up.
How do you know I
You're
wouldn't get to that if I didn't finish?
How you
You're
know
not
I wasn't
providing
getting
me
to
with
it?
anything from a legal basis for which I would consider changing my mind. So the state's withdrawn
How do
their
you know?
request to play the audio.
Then why play the video at all then?
I've already made a ruling
Yes, I
on
can,
that.
Sammy.
You're questioning the ruling.
I can definitely imagine being his teacher and putting him out and sending him into the other room with the children with the needs that are special. Like, this is where he gonna go in there, and hopefully they get agitated with him and just start swinging on him. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna get suspended for that. Daryl, being Daryl's teacher, can you imagine that little tiny cyclops? Yeah, that's a no. That's gonna be a no for me. That's gonna be an entire no. Absolutely not.
You're not asking me to reconsider it based on any legal basis.
There should be a legal reconsideration of it.
Then you need to provide me with the legal basis for that, sir.
So I'm supposed to just come off that with off the top of my head?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
You're representing yourself. It's
Hey,
not
you asked,
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So I was supposed to already come in here this morning to say, oh, a video is going to be shown off the fly at the drop of a hat. Let me try to find some legal thing to combat. How am I supposed to do
you
that?
opened, the bottom line is you
How are you gonna legally combat it? You made the video. It's real. You the one who made it. What you gonna say? That you didn't make it? What you gonna say? It ain't you? You gonna say it ain't your mom's backyard? You gonna say it ain't your mom's car? Is that what you're gonna say, Daryl? Yeah, that would be a tough job.
opened the door to
It
the
doesn't.
playing
It
of that
doesn't.
video.
We're not talking about
And the
opening
video
no
was
doors.
previously provided to you during
We're
discovery.
not talking
There's
about opening no doors. We're
absolutely
talking about being fair.
There's
Because
absolutely
if I
no
would have did
prejudice
that,
to
Your
you
Honor,
in
with all
terms
due
of
respect,
surprise
with
by
all
the
due
exhibit.
respect, if I had
Right.
done that,
I am going to move on.
if
from
I
this
had done
topic.
that, it would
Mr.
have been a
Brooks,
big
I'm
thing.
advising you
Are you
that
asking
you
me?
need. I'm advising you, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I don't know what that
advising you
means.
to sit down and
I
be
don't know what that
quiet.
means.
And
I
if
don't know
you
what that
interrupt me
means.
again, you are on notice that you will forfeit your right to be present
So
in
you're
this
holding me in
trial.
contempt
Mr.
for the
Brooks,
entire trial? Did you say the entire trial?
I never said any such
You said
thing.
for the trial. So what do
Please?
you mean? I'm asking. What do you
Mr.
mean?
Brooks, you continue to
That is
come at
not.
me.
I don't consent to being called
You
that name.
continue to fight with me.
I'm
You
not
are
fighting
being
with you.
disrespectful.
I'm not fighting with you. I'm not.
I'm
But
going to give you
said I
one
would have
last
the chance to make the
opportunity to
record.
sit down and be quiet so I can make a finding
Are you
as it
asking
relates
me
to
to
other
do
things.
that? Are you asking me
I don't
to
need
do
to
that?
ask, I'm telling you. Thank you. There were two other issues that came up that I advised the parties I would take up outside the presence of the jury and give, if appropriate, Mr. Brooks the opportunity to ask further questions of Detective Casey. There was questioning by Mr. Brooks about possible testimony and why it had to do with it was in the context of him questioning Detective Casey about speaking with Dawn Woods, his mother, and about a
Joy.
time in August.
What's up?
And there was some reference
Hey,
to
Joe.
his niece and nephew. and I sustained the objection. I wanted to take it up outside the presence of the jury. That's the first issue. The second issue was the questioning of Detective Casey by Mr. Brooks related to the jail search. Do you want the opportunity?
I understand what was the problem in the get-go with the question. How am I supposed to answer it now?
Mr. Brooks, listen to me, please. I'm going to ask this question one more time.
Man,
It calls for a yes or no.
I don't like your tone and the way you're talking to me. I don't
Brooks,
appreciate it.
Sit down. I don't care if you don't like my tone. You've been pushing my buttons all day throughout this entire trial, and I have shown the utmost of respect for you. And I don't appreciate you impugning the integrity of this court.
If that's what you want to call it, that's fine, but it's not accurate.
Stop talking.
What you mean?
If you respected it, you would shut the fuck up, Darrell. But you don't, because you ain't shit. What you mean? What do you mean, shut up? You mean do that thing that people been telling me to do my whole life? Is that what you talking about?
Stop talking.
I need to make a ruling. Okay,
Well,
I'm purposely not putting you in the other courtroom
Let's
right
talk to each
now.
other like adults, then.
No, I'm good.
Because I've never told you to stop talking.
Because you can't.
I'm going to ask this question one more time, and if he doesn't answer it, I'll take it as a no. Do you want the opportunity to question Detective Casey regarding either his questioning or meeting up with your mom and your niece and nephew about possible testimony, or the search of your jail cell? Yes or no?
What was the problem with me asking the question about the jail
He's not answered
cell?
my question. We'll move on.
I'm trying to understand. If I don't
We're gonna
understand,
take a
how do I know?
recess, 15 minutes
How do
from
I
now.
know
Thank
what
you,
I'm supposed to answer if I don't understand? And I don't agree to a stop.
I don't agree to an estoppel. I cannot consent to that, Your Honor. And since I very much am in charge of this whole thing, which I know it may be confusing for me to say I'm in charge when I am very much duct taped to this table that I'm sitting at. But just trust me, Your Honor, Your Majesty, Your Highness, I am in charge. In most cases, the leader typically is shackled. It's facts. Darrell, did they duct tape you to that table? You can tell me. It's okay. I ain't gonna laugh. As soon as I finish laughing, I ain't gonna laugh no more after I start. After I finish laughing, when I start, and then it takes years for me to stop. After I finally do stop, I'm not gonna start back up, I promise. Are you duct taped to that table? Just say it. Are you? I know you are. Look at this. He is over here talking cash shit, and he is duct taped to this table. They got electrical tape around this man's legs. All the way up to the calf. Like a paper sack race. You know, the people getting through the paper sack race with the leg. They both got a leg inside the thing, and they got to run together. That's how Darrell is bound to this desk he's sitting at. They got him duct taped all the way up to his calf. From ankle to calf to the leg of this desk. Darrell is terrible. That's very disrespectful. You need to tell them I say they need to cut that out. That's not right. That's not right. His mom should have just, gulp. I know that's right. She should have took one on the team with that one. Darrell was definitely meant to be swallowed. Okay, not hatched. Darrell should have been swallowed, not hatched. Okay, and those are facts. Those are facts. Okay. Yeah, she should have just took that one to the head. You know what I'm saying? She should have took that one to the head. And Darrell was, I'll tell you what my theory is, though. I think that Darrell was not supposed to have been a twin. I think that Darrell's sister was the baby. And then after she came out, then like y'all told me what this thing is called, the sack that the baby's usually in. And then after the baby come out, the other end of the umbilical cord's attached to it. I called it an amniotic sac last time, and then somebody corrected me, but I forgot again. It's like the afterbirth. There's a name for it, though. I can't remember. But that thing, I think that Darrell is that, but it had like a head on it, you know, like the amniotic sac or whatever came out, and it had a head, and that was Darrell. The placenta. There you go. The placenta. It's amazing that I have 2 children, isn't it? That I don't know that word. But the placenta. Okay. The placenta came out, it had a head on it, and that was Darrell. I'm just telling you, that's what had happened. I'm just saying. Yes, honey. Thank you, Sammy. Look at Daryl. He's like, I'm ready now. They thought they got me. But I got my boxes here. Let me make sure my water bottle's straight. Because that's what got me in trouble last time. My water bottle was turned a little bit to the right, and that's why everything went wrong. So let me get make sure I turn my water bottle so it's pointed in the right direction. That's for good luck. Daryl, you worried about the wrong stuff. Well, he got his little
The
red
record
folder.
in State versus Brooks appearances are as they were before.
Mm-hmm.
I think the audio needs to turn on.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, let me do that again. We are back on the record. State versus Brooks appearances are as they were before.
I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Are there any
You don't consent, Your Honor.
issues related
can't
to
go on like
exhibits or
this.
other things before I bring the jury back out for what I believe will be the state resting?
No, Your Honor, I do believe that I did check with your clerk. Everything that we have offered and admitted matches what the court has. So I believe we are good on that.
I had one question
sure.
about Exhibit 89, and I don't know if I missed in my notes.
Okay.
What do the parties' notes reflect on whether that was received?
I showed that it was offered and admitted before it's published, or it wasn't published to the jury. But if not, we would move Exhibit 89 into evidence.
And do you recall what Exhibit 89 is?
It's a
Otherwise-
certified bail form.
No, I'm asking.
Oh.
I'm asking Mr. Brooks.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
that was the second of the 2 bail bonds. Do you have a recollection of whether it was received?
I don't.
I don't
Right,
know.
I know I objected to it.
I know you objected when it was, I think, displayed for the witness who then testified about it. I'll receive it and also advise the jury. Were there any other exhibits? I have one other issue on evidence and exhibits as well, but are there going to be any other exhibits that we need to tidy up the record in front of the jury with?
I don't believe so. I know at one point someone caught that we moved, it was either Exhibit 175 or 178 into evidence, and the court admitted either 165 or 168 on the record. So I don't know.
So I may have just had a
you
miss.
I want her honey yogurt and yogurt and
Do
honey.
you have any recollection of that, sir?
Recollection of what?
Ellie is a lady of elegance, honey. She said, I like yogurt and honey, thank you. Okay. Yogurt and honey.
Related to what the state just put on the record. Do you know what witness that was?
That was Detective Casey.
Look at that.
Short stack? 4 hours of sleep. Well, that's not good.
175 was the screenshot taken from the video. I know I have a note that it was received and published. And you believe I may have just referenced it by the wrong name?
I thought it was 178. I thought you referenced it by the wrong number. So it's either 175. 175 was referenced as 165, or 178 was referenced as 168.
What is 170?
They're like, can we get back to me being an asshole?
I know that 175 is what I just said.
Correct.
What was 178?
178 was the video.
Oh, that was the most recent one. Okay.
Look at Daryl. Look. He's like, ugh. Can you look over here at me so that you can see that I'm rolling my eyes up in my head so that you could then say I'm being disrespectful, and then I could say, what's the problem? You know, because gaslighting. And he's only sticking he's like still got him up there in the air because he's waiting for her to look at him and see it, because it's all for her to see and for her to get mad at him so that he can then, you know, act like that like that's the problem, that she would have a problem with it. Look at this. It don't even look comfortable. This don't even look comfortable. Look at this.
What's the request then as it relates to when the jury comes back in?
Your Honor, I just
See,
There's
just
two
that
different
little bit
ways
of
to
time
do
I
this.
did it, my eyes
I
hurt.
can put on the record, I have the exhibit numbers, and I can just put on the record just to verify that these exhibits have all been offered and admitted into evidence, and the court's agreeing, because we've just agreed that those are, your records are the same as my records, or we can clarify just if there was some confusion about exhibits 175 and 178 that were shown to the jury this morning. Those 175 and 178 were offered, and the court has admitted those into evidence. So however you want to.
All right, sir, do you have any position on how I address this in front of the jury?
Yeah, I'm objected to them being admitted at all.
Well, those objections were already addressed. I'm talking about how I addressed to make sure the jury knows they were received by the court.
And however you gonna do it is how you gonna do it. I don't think what I gotta say much matters.
Well,
Look at
what you
that.
say matters, sir, but
No, it
the
don't.
fact that I've already ruled.
No, it don't. No, it don't. Mm-mm. You don't even care about my feelings, Your Honor. It's apparent. Now that I can tell. You know, it just seems unfair, you know? Because you clearly, Your Honor, don't give a shit about my feelings. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's the tragedy of Daryl. That's the inner dialogue the inner monologue he's having in his head. You don't care about my feelings. Is what I say just clearly don't matter. You know? Oh my God.
On the admissibility is not something I'm going to revisit.
What I gotta say.
Hold on,
definitely.
that door is, all right, it's, sometimes that door upstairs malfunctions and, all right, I didn't hear the last part of what you said.
What I have to say about anything definitely doesn't matter.
I take huge objection with that, sir.
It's true.
And that may be your perception, but that is absolutely not true.
It's true. It's true, Daryl.
This court takes
Your Honor, this is the first time I'm going to take Daryl's side for this whole thing. This is the one thing I'm going to stand on. Daryl was right about this. Nobody gives a shit about Daryl and his thoughts. That's true. That he said nobody give a shit about him. And it was true, Your Honor. Nobody gives a shit.
or
I got your back,
positions
Daryl.
on evidence, legal arguments, admissibility. things of that nature. I take all of that quite seriously.
But somehow it's always overruled or discarded.
Sir, can I keep going because you've interrupted me once again? My perspective on all of this, sir, is when you disagree with a ruling, you interrupt, you try to debate the topic again and again, you make disparaging remarks either directly or under your breath that are audible.
Yep.
Sometimes you roll your eyes.
All the time.
I mean, just previous to the
Look
break,
at him.
you and I were talking over each other. I couldn't really.
Darrell's wishing that he could do what he usually does with girls when he gets mad at them, try to attack them. I'm pretty sure that Judge Darrell's taller than you, though, Darrell. I don't think you're going to be able to get done what you think you're going to get done. I don't think it's going to work out the way it usually do. You know what I'm saying? You know, so she probably know how to grapple. For some reason, I feel like that she probably know how to grapple. Like, I feel like she could probably wrestle. Oh. Yeah.
really get a word in edgewise. You wanted to debate topics that I've already made decisions on. I wanted to get clarification on whether you wanted to pursue any questioning, for example, with Detective Casey. I gave you multiple opportunities to answer questions directly. You chose not to do that. You directly challenged me about my authority in this courtroom. You refused to sit down repeatedly. Did I raise my voice? I absolutely did. Was I frustrated? I absolutely was. I'm sitting down. My voice is calm. I think the break was good. I hope for all it was good for me. We had had a very long morning. It was about 11:30 when we broke. It's now 11:54. I didn't remove you to the other courtroom despite my repeated warnings because frankly I knew I was going to take a break. I just wanted to get through some issues outside the presence of the jury, which is the proper procedure for how to address objections if the record can't be done in a way that when a more full record needs to be made is how I'll put it. And I indicated during the cross-examination of Detective Casey, I would take your objections under advisement. I would address them outside the presence of the jury. You chose not to answer my questions, and so I moved on. Now, with respect to, I want to also address exhibits and the normal course of exhibits coming in a trial. Because I think there's some misunderstanding and certainly confusion on your part, sir, about the exhibit list that I asked the state to file near the beginning. And that was, frankly, to assist the court and my clerk in keeping track. Most trials, the normal course of action is...
She a classy broad. Ellie a classy broad, Sammy. She said, I need my yogurt and my honey. I need my yogurt and my honey. I need my yogurt, but don't you forget my fucking honey. I ain't never seen that. A dog to eat yogurt and honey before. Honey seems like it would make a dog sick, be honest with you. Is that weird? I think because you know how like dogs can't eat chocolate? I feel like for some reason honey makes me feel like it would be like one of those things also that a dog wouldn't like, but I guess they do. Learn something new every day.
As long as an exhibit has been provided to a party previously, or in some circumstances, it's rebuttal, we're not quite there yet, that as long as it's been turned over in discovery, oftentimes parties will simply have exhibits marked as they're presented in the course of a trial. There's not a legal requirement unless a judge orders it that would prohibit a party from marking a document that's been already exchanged and having it offered as an exhibit. There was nothing improper about what the state did with Exhibit 178. And I want to make that record very, very clear. As Attorney Opper stated, trials are fluid. Things happen. Parties can open the door to what might be inadmissible evidence for a variety of reasons. For example, this court made a number of pretrial rulings related to other acts of evidence. Even during your cross-examination today, you came awfully close. I had the witness turn to me and pause and say, I don't think I can answer that, in a clear recognition that that witness, Detective Casey, understood his obligation to honor the pretrial rulings. And we moved on from there. I bet that's happened a half a dozen times in this trial. And that's frankly to protect your rights, sir.
Let me say, oh, it has to be raw. Oh, the honey has to be raw. So it has to be raw honey, right? Is that what you mean? The honey? So the honey has to be raw? It has to be raw, unpasteurized, for dog. She gets that, then some milk, and then a cookie to brush her teeth. She is full. Oh, okay. So the cookie is for her teeth. Okay. See, that's why I couldn't have a dog. It's just like another baby. It's another baby. Like, that's why I'm like, that's why cats are, because cats are like just company. Like a cat is just like a friend, like a very, it's like an extra person in your Uber ride. You know what I'm saying? It's just like another person there. It's just like another life force in your house. Actually, that's perfect. That's the perfect way to describe it. Cats are just like another life force in your house, like a plant, like a really good plant, but playful when it's a kitten. It'll play with you and stuff. I would like to have a cat, but I just can't do the hair. I just can't. I can't. It would just drive me crazy. But I would love to. I get so jealous when I see like streamers and stuff. Streamers always have cats. They always have a cat. And the cat will be just sitting on their computer, on the keyboard. Like as soon as they get on the computer, the cat decides now's the time to lay on the keyboard. And they know exactly what they're doing too. They know exactly what they're doing. They do it on purpose. Timing perfect. I made her spoiled. Now she is under the cover sleeping. I bet she is. Thank you, Sammy. What was that? 5? Ooh.
Door could have been opened a long time ago to the other acts evidence with Erica Patterson. And I frankly kept it out, despite your questions.
No. You know what these two look like to me? These two right here. Hold on, let me move my little coin jar real quick. Hold on. You know what their faces right here look like to me? These two. Like, you ever like get in trouble and your siblings, if you got like siblings, like when you get in trouble and your siblings are watching you in trouble and they're like, looking at you and looking at your mom like, oh shit, that's your ass. But they don't want to say nothing because they don't want to get in trouble too. That's how they looking. They're like, while he getting lectured.
So, with that, I want to bring the jury.
And he over here now, he's like, I ain't paying you no mind. I'm reading my Bible. I'm reading my paperback Bible. I'm you know what? I've decided to turn to the Lord. Hey, Daryl, you turn to the Lord Jesus or no?
Back out. I will ask the state
More water.
I'll simply just ask the state, are there any,
Hit the like button for Mama. Let me get some yellow emojis in the chat.
anything additional the state's offering by
Light
way
it
of
up yellow.
testimony or exhibits? You can then address the exhibit issue. Then I'll ask the state if the state has any additional witnesses, and the state can officially rest. Given the time of day that it is, it's 11:58. I'm not going to have Mr. Brooks start with his opening statement. We'll do that when we come back after the lunch hour. I think, frankly, the time over the lunch hour will be good for everyone to regroup, hopefully get a little bit to eat, and come back fresh. And then we'll have his opening statement and the start of testimony. Before I bring the jury out, there's one other thing I want to do, though. I just need a moment to pull
yellow emojis in the chat.
something up from on my computer.
There we go. There we go. Thank you,
So is that
648.
addressing subject matter jurisdiction that you're pulling up?
No.
When would that be proven for the
Sir,
record?
please don't interrupt me. I need to focus on what I'm
I'm
doing.
not interrupting you. I'm just asking a question.
All right. I'm not going to be addressing that. So
Would it
don't
be proven
interrupt
on,
me right now. I'm trying to do something on my computer.
would it be
I need to
proven on the
focus.
record?
Why is you looking up at the sky like this there? It ain't giving what you think it's giving.
I feel it's important
Oh,
at this
shit.
time to at least
Damn, Daryl, she just ignored you. She act like you didn't even say nothing. Hell, the disrespect, Daryl. Is you gonna take that? Yes? Or you have no choice because you're duct taped to the table. I forgot. I forgot there for a minute. Hey, Rush D, what's up? What's going on with you? How is you doing?
give you the advisement pursuant to special material 28. It is regarding your decision on whether to testify. I'm not asking you to make that decision, but since we're on the verge of you starting your case and it may impact your opening statement, I wanted to go through the following. Sir, are you aware that you have a constitutional right to testify?
I've been informed.
Are you advised and informed that you also have a constitutional right not to testify?
The
I'm not
like button
advised,
from
I'm
Mama.
informed.
Are you advised and
It's
informed
Arena.
that the decision whether to testify is for you to make?
I don't understand the question.
Are you advised and informed that the decision on whether you testify in this trial is for you and you alone to make?
I'm informed. Not advised.
Are you advised and informed, sir, that if you choose not to testify, the jury will be advised that they cannot use that against you? In other words, you have that right not to testify.
I'm informed.
Look at that. Look. So he's doing all of this, and he gonna be, and this is what's gonna end up causing him to have forfeited it. He's gonna have forfeited his right to even decide to testify. But this is him standing up for himself in his mind. This is him being like, yeah, I know all my rights. I know that I have many. I have all the rights, really. If you think about it, I have all the rights. You don't have any rights because I have all the rights, which means you can't have them because they're mine. How can he act big and tough when my 4-year-old niece has a bigger pen than him? I know that's right, and can be trusted with pointy scissors too. He cannot be trusted with pointy scissors. He got to use them little kindergarten ones that are round on the tip. You know what I'm saying? That's all that he can get. Ooh, look at this. You really got yourself into some shit now, didn't you, Daryl? You've been a loser your whole life. He's a loser, baby. So why don't they kill him? Daryl, I'm implying that they should have done a little bit more with you. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, yeah, he's a little guy for sure. With a little pen, with a little piece of pen and a paperback Bible.
When you make a determination
Wish upon a star.
about whether to testify in this trial, I will further be asking you about whether anyone has made any threats or promises to you to influence your decision. I may also briefly go over your educational background. Did you hear me say that?
No, I'll say it again.
At the appropriate time, when we go through this discussion more fully, I will also ask you whether anyone has made any promises to you to influence your decision on whether to testify. Did you hear me say that?
I'm informed.
And then I will also ask you if anyone's made any threats or coerced you in any way in your decision to testify or not.
What's the significance of that?
So that I can make appropriate findings about the voluntariness, intelligence, and your, whether it's knowing, voluntary, and intelligent, your decision to testify.
So whether I give consent.
That's not the legal determination that I make.
Yeah, no, because you can make consent, but it's because somebody made you a promise or threatened you. So they threatened you into consenting. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, but he's so fucking dumb and so busy trying to. You know what's so crazy is what she just said. All he can still think in his mind is, it's my right. if I don't give consent, because I have to give consent because that's my right. But he also thought it was his right to drive through the parade. So I'm thinking he don't understand how rights work. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he may not quite grasp it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thought. The like button for mama.
It is simply something that is your choice. I will honor your right not to testify. Obviously, that's a constitutional right. I will honor your right to testify. That's also a constitutional right. And the jury will be advised one way or the other. There's a jury instruction on that. Did you hear me advise you of all of this?
I'm informed.
All right. Okay, let's bring the jury out then. We can kind of tidy up the record and then we'll break for lunch.
Judge, may I remove that exhibit, please? All right.
I think they're right there, so let me just take it.
All right, let's have
Jury already coming out.
I'll just stick
Okay, so go
All
ahead
right,
and sit it
for the
back
jury.
down. Thank you. Subject matter jurisdiction still hasn't been proven for the record, Your Honor. Should be proven at some point.
He feels like he's in control, y'all. Ain't it cute? Ain't it adorable? He's convinced himself that he's got any kind of control over anything that's happening right now. And that shit is fucking hilarious. He is so delirious. And look, Daryl, look at my silver glass. Look at this. Look it. Look at my silver cup, my glass.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
All right, then I'll turn to the state. Any additional evidence at this time?
The state has no additional evidence, Your Honor. May we make a record as to the exhibits?
Go ahead, please.
Your Honor, we believe that the court has admitted all exhibits that have been offered, with the exception of one prior ruling on Exhibit 6. I don't know if you want me to list them all by number or it's 1 through 78, 1 through 178, but there are some numbers missing because we chose not to offer those exhibits.
Anything specific as it relates to the most recent testimony?
The most recent testimony, with Detective Casey, we moved 177 and 178 and 175, 150, 151,
152,
88, and 89.
96.
I believe those were admitted by the court.
That's my recollection as well, but for the jury, exhibits 150, let me start over. Exhibits 88, 89, 150, 151, 177, and 178. If I didn't receive them during the testimony, I'm receiving them now.
And 175, which was the still photo.
Thank you. Sorry, I had to scribble on my pad. And 175.
And 13 and 14. Those are the outliers. I apologize.
I believe those were received as well, but if I didn't
Objection, I
state
think
it,
they was already received.
I appreciate that. I just want to be thorough for the record. 13 and 14 were received as well. State have any additional witnesses to call at this time?
No, Your Honor, at this time the state rests.
All right, thank you. All right, then at this time we are going to break for the lunch hour. I am going to have everyone come back at 1:30. It's a little bit longer, at least that's what I want to do for the lunch hour today. So all rise for the jury.
And I'm a loser, baby, so I don't kill me.
Thank you. Be seated. Mr. Brooks, anything from you at this time, given the state is now rested?
What you mean?
I'm asking you the question. Do you have any requests at this time now that the state has rested?
What requests pertaining to what exactly?
I'll ask the question one more time. Do you have any requests to make at this time now that the state has rested?
I don't understand what you mean by that. That's why I'm trying to get clarification.
I'm not going to give you legal advice. I'm simply asking the question.
Then
Do you have any
State of
requests to
Wisconsin
make at
versus
this
Darrell
time
Brooks,
now that
case
the
number
state has
21
rested?
CF 1848 may have the appearance.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. I don't understand what would that be pertaining to.
I can't give you legal advice, sir. I'm just asking the question to make a record. I'll ask you one more time. Do you have any requests to make now that the state has rested?
I don't understand.
You don't
All right, the other thing I
understand.
want to do when the jury comes back out is you will recall I read instruction 101 at the very end of the preliminary jury instructions that just has to do with opening statements. I will read that with the caveat. It will just say that the defendant will now make his opening statement. The purpose of an opening statement is to give the parties an opportunity to tell you what they expect the evidence will show you so that you will better understand the evidence as it is introduced during the trial. I must caution you, however, that the opening statement is not evidence. So I'll read that. I think it's appropriate given that Mr. Brooks deferred his opening statement until the start of his case. With that, we will take our lunch break. It's 12:09. If you could be back here at 1:25 and be ready to go at 1:30 with your opening statement.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do I get to present exhibits and stuff like that too and admit them into evidence?
At what point are we talking about? Do you want to use exhibits that have been received during your opening? Is that what you're asking me?
No, I'm saying if I got my own stuff that I want to offer into evidence, which is a question I asked previously.
Do you believe the state has all of those documents that they might be able to assist with? Or are they new documents?
I don't know what you mean by new documents.
Are they documents from the discovery that you have?
they documents of my filings and stuff like that. I'm sure they have copies of everything that I filed.
I guess without knowing specifically what you're referring to, sir, I did give
Yeah, he trying to be sneaky, Your Honor. He wants to bring in some brand new shit that him and his mother done concocted. They be plotting. They be plotting on the phone, Your Honor. Okay, be plotting on y'all. They be like, look, just bring this in. They dumb. They ain't gonna know no different. Okay, they can't prove that I sent it to you, even though they can't prove it because of this stupid ass conversation that we're having on the phone, which of course they are recording. Your mother is the last person, Daryl, that you need to be plotting and conspiring with. She told on you before you even got caught. You got caught so fast, but she somehow beat them even catching you. She still called the police on you. Before you had even parked that car in that driveway, she had done told on you. She had done called the police on you. Okay, you running around on foot, and she done called the police on you. She called you a Uber, knowing she had already called the police on you. Let that sink in. She called the police and said you stole her car after she called you a Uber. Ain't that some shit? That right there is wild. Okay.
give you the admonition previously that you are prohibited from discussing subject matter jurisdiction during your opening statement. It's not relevant.
I'm not referring to the opening statement. I'm referring to things that I want to offer
Give me
for
an
evidence.
example, please.
I just did. I said I have filings that I want to offer into evidence.
That's too general, sir. I need a specific example so I can answer the question. What are you referring to?
My filings. Everything
Which
that I filed.
filing, sir?
Every one of them.
Well, they have to be relevant, number one, to the proceedings. Okay, number two, I don't know specifically what you're referring to. You can't offer testimony of yours through.
He won't say a specific because it isn't in the filings. It's some shit that's some brand new shit. I'm telling you that him and his mother concocted.
Through an exhibit, that would be hearsay. So you'll have to testify if
He's
your
so slick.
statement that you're referring to.
I'm not referring to I didn't say anything about testimony. I said
I'm being
filings.
general based on what I've seen thus far. So, are you talking about during your opening statement or during the course of the questioning of the witnesses that you're calling?
Your Honor, with all respect, I just clearly said filings that I filed.
Mr. Brooks, if I understood, I'd answer. I don't understand what you're asking me. You need to be specific.
Yeah, be specific.
I filed a number of documents.
Okay, then
I
name
think
one.
That's on the
Well,
record
without
that I
knowing what
filed.
you're referring to, then my answer is no. But again, well, I guess I'll have to wait and see as to when you seek to admit them, whether there's any objection or not, and whether they comply with all of the rules of evidence and the rules of procedure. That's the best I can tell you at this point.
Exactly.
I don't understand what you mean by that. They
Well,
would only
she
be
don't
relevant
understand
to,
what-
obviously the matter. They would
Sir,
be relevant to anything
I
else.
can't answer that anymore. We're going to take our lunch break. It's 12:12. We'll see everyone back here at 1:25. We are in recess.
It's him thinking he's so fucking smart. It's that part for me.
So I'm not allowed to offer anything in the evidence.
For the record, I never said that. We are in recess.
So I'm trying to understand.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. Okay, goody.
Then State of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks, case number 21 CF 1848. May I have the appearances, please.
Good morning, Judge. Sue Upper, Leslie Basie, and Zach Wichow appearing for the state.
State your name for the record.
I'm here
please.
as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept the
Intervener.
value in return for value all the charging instruments in this
That's
matter and
what
make
Bubba
my
said.
exemption available for discharge of all obligations and
Intervener.
charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments, and
But
I would like to make a reservation of all my rights at this time.
we want a reservation, Your Honor.
All right,
Your
thank you. The
Majesty.
record should reflect that the individual known to this court as Darrell Brooks is present in person in custody. He is wearing street clothes, specifically a suit and tie, and he is wearing a mask.
And I do not consent to being called that man, for the record.
Noted. All right, so Mr. Brooks called a witness yesterday. There was an objection. I sustained it, but he also orally moved to dismiss, and I indicated I would take that up outside the presence of the jury. I didn't do that yesterday, so I just want to put on the record that I'm denying the motion without any further consideration or discussion by the parties. He listed two reasons. One was it had to do when he called the state of Wisconsin as a witness for failing to appear, and then for failing to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. There's no legal basis for those motions in law or in fact, and so that's why I'm denying them on the record today. I'm not asking for any further commentary or statements on the issue.
I object to that.
And I intend to have you call the next witness. I just want to confirm with the state who is here this morning.
I object to that ruling, Your Honor.
Noted for the record.
Present this morning, Your Honor.
I would like a legal finding of fact.
Denied.
Your Honor, consistent with the court's instruction yesterday afternoon, we have present Douglas Kohler, Detective Steve Guth, and Erica Patterson are here now and available.
All right. All right, I expect you to call those first three before we get to any other person, not whatever order you want among the three, but those will be the three people called, and then we'll get to the next people according to the scheduling that I put in place yesterday.
I want to state for the record that I intend to appeal that judicial decision made about the motion to dismiss.
Noted for the record. All right, let's bring the jury out then.
Actually, we didn't address subject matter jurisdiction. It still has yet to be proven, for the record, and I wanted to address the fact that with this, is it Kohler? Is that how you pronounce the name? Kohler?
We're going to continue with the witnesses. I've addressed subject matter jurisdiction repeatedly. There's a written decision. I stand behind it. You have three witnesses that you subpoenaed. The state made arrangements for them to be here. Whatever order you want to call them in this morning.
Hey, Big Mitch. They call me Big Mitch. Larry Hoover. Whipping works. Ow. Hallelujah. Ooh. Ooh. How you doing? How you doing? Was you busy? You get no notification, Big Mitch? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? They call me Big Mitch. Ooh, ooh.
It's fine, but those three are here.
That's what I was trying to address right now. I was asking about
go ahead.
the name.
What do you want to address?
The Kohler. How do you pronounce the name? Kohler. I'm still
I don't know.
having.
You'll have to ask the witness.
I'm still having trouble finding the file for that particular witness.
It's a personal problem, Daryl.
Yeah, call the jury in.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to.
I don't give a
Mr.
fuck,
Brooks, you were
Daryl.
well advised. These are your witnesses that the state made arrangements. You knew who was going to be called. I put that on the record yesterday. So of those three, whatever order you want, but I'm not moving past those three to jump to others.
I didn't say anything about moving past the three.
I know that. I'm just setting the tone for today that we're going to keep moving.
Okay, I simply stated I'm not ready to ask that witness questions if I can't even find your paperwork.
But that's you not having your paperwork's on you, not anybody else.
So what am I supposed to ask him?
I can't answer that, sir. You know that.
That's a rush to judgment. You can't rush me to judgment when I'm notifying the court that I cannot find the record.
Well, you did very well yesterday without your file. So
I'm saying that particular witness.
I'll make a record. Yesterday you asked the question. Hold on a second. Can you have them step back out? Just they can. Yesterday, you said you did not have a file for one of the witnesses, and you did a fine job from my perspective. So
I did what?
You did a fine job.
I did what? You said a good job. Well, I know that. I'm not Daryl mining for compliments. That's so crazy. I'm sure he's gotten enough compliments from his mother. and his mother alone. I'm pretty sure that's the only person who ever did it. Okay. When he was fucking up, she was telling him he was doing a good job.
I just
Yeah,
want to
but
say my
they
assessment,
also
you did a good
provided me
job.
with one sheet for that particular witness at that time. So I
I'm
just went
bringing
off
the
of that
jury
3
in.
paragraphs.
How you're prepared or not is solely on you, sir. You've had all of this information. Now we're at the end of the 3rd week of trial. These are your witnesses. I presume that
That's
you
a
are
you
prepared
problem.
in whatever way that is.
How
You're not
can I
going
be
to hold it
prepared
up.
for? I'm not. So the witness is just supposed to get up there and just. I'm just like,
I'm
yeah.
not going to have this commentary. Okay, I'm done. The jury's coming out. Be prepared to call
So
one of the
that's a
three.
rush to judgment.
That is not a rush to judgment.
It is a rush
Again,
to
I'm done.
judgment.
The jury's
It's
coming
clearly
in.
a rush to judgment if I'm telling you that I don't have the
No,
file.
in
How
my
am I
opinion,
supposed?
you're attempting to delay. So
No,
let's
I'm not.
keep
I'm not
going.
attempting to delay nothing. You want to come check the boxes yourself? You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks,
And Miss Judge, Your Honor.
And this is all just because he's unprepared. He don't have his little folder, and he wants somebody to give him something. Just like he said, they gave me, there was like 3 sheets, and he went off of that. He's hoping they'll give him 3 more sheets for this person. This is his witness that he asked for. Why'd you ask for this witness if you didn't even know what the fuck you wanted to ask him? There, you picked this witness. You went, you know what? This guy is somebody that I think can contribute to my case. I would like to question him because from what I've learned about him, clearly there was a reason. You don't know what the reason was? No, you don't know what the reason was why you picked this particular cop to ask questions to? You don't know? You don't want to look through your boxes and try to find it. You just don't feel like it. So you're going to just be annoying as fuck until somebody just voluntarily gives you something? Why not just ask for it? I'm having some issues finding this paper. I was wondering if the prosecution would mind kind of helping me out with this, which is crazy in itself because they're supposed to be like opposites each other. They're supposed to be fighting each other, not helping the piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he done rant. You know what? Nope, you ain't about to piss me off, Daryl. You ain't about to do it. You ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen.
Mr. Brooks, the jury's coming in.
Yeah,
Show
and
respect to
they
the
deserve
jury.
to know this too. It's still issues that need to get addressed. We didn't even address everything.
Mr. Brooks, I
Gotta
addressed
address
all
the
of the
subject
issues.
and the
I
matters
still
and the
had another one that
jurisdictions.
didn't have nothing to do with nothing we just talked about.
All
There
right.
was a whole nother issue that needed to be addressed.
My sovereign
that I needed
citizenship.
to bring
Address
on the
it
record to
later.
your attention.
We'll address it later.
It needs to get addressed now before we go any further because it's an important matter.
It's an important matter,
Just
Your
like
Honor.
the subject matter jurisdiction is important. That hasn't
It's
been
very
proven on
important.
record.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Just
this is
like the
not
rush to
the
judgment.
time
Very.
for evidence to be presented or arguments to be made by the
I
parties.
can't
The
even
jury
present
will
any evidence. You won't let me even put
disregard
any evidence in the record.
all of these
Which
statements
is a
made
rush to
by
judgment.
Mr. Brooks
That's
at this
unfair.
time.
It's a rush to judgment,
Right.
Your
That's
Honor.
unfair what
The
you're
court
doing.
will address legal matters outside the
Then we
presence.
need to
Everyone
address
can
the
be
legal
seated.
matter that I was trying to get to before
And
you
you
rush
may call your
everything
next
out.
witness, sir.
I'm not calling any witness until I get an answer, Your Honor. You're a public servant.
Mr. Brooks,
You're supposed to be able to answer simple questions.
Mr. Brooks,
If I'm saying I have to bring
call
it to
your
your
next witness,
attention,
please. That's the stage that
I have
we
to
are
bring
at.
it to your attention, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks,
I'm merely seeking
please
to bring
stop.
an issue to your attention.
I'm telling you to please, I'm asking you to please
And
stop.
I'm asking you,
because
can
we
we
have the
address?
jury present.
I'm asking
And
you.
we need to continue with the evidentiary phase of this trial. Call your next
I'm
witness.
asking you to address a legal matter, as you said that those have to be taken up outside of the jury.
I will
There
do
was
that
a
at the
legal
next
matter.
break.
There was a legal matter that needed to
Ooh,
be
let me get
addressed
white emojis in the chat.
beforehand.
I
so
liked
we
the
don't
way
have
those
to
looked
take
the last time.
I will do
valuable
it at the
time.
next.
Let me get some white emojis in the chat. That actually ended up looking pretty cool in the chat last time. So white emojis, any type, all types. Just white emojis in the chat. Emojis that are at least predominantly white.
Afterwards, to address something that needs to be addressed now. That way,
Mr.
the
Brooks,
court and you
For the
yourself are
third
on
time,
notice.
I will address it at the next break. Call your next witness, please.
Are you asking me?
I'm directing you to call your next witness.
Oh no, a mixture of white and red. So white ones and red ones, like so all mixed in together. Like Like it doesn't have to be one thing that's white and red. It could be some put like a like some white things and some red things in there. I'm gonna see what it look like together. It's gonna be cute. I can feel it. That is great. What are those? What are those little bulls? What are those, Rusty? What are those? Rams? What are those things called?
Your Honor, we're not gonna move past this.
Oh, we gonna
Seeing as
move
how you
past it,
took an
girl.
oath.
We moving on past it.
To protect the Constitution. I
Uh-huh.
have your oath. I have a copy of your oath right here. The oath that you took,
Hey,
Your Honor.
Melly.
Brooks, I'd like to continue with testimony.
Sir.
We have witnesses waiting
Melly
for you.
put up
Please
some
call
white
your
hands.
next witness.
The oath that you swore to protect the Constitution,
I mean,
which
white,
you are now
white,
not
like-
doing.
like white, like a
Mr.
white
Brooks,
color.
You're going
Call your
against
next
your
witness.
sworn
Bernard
oath.
color.
You're going against your sworn oath.
Mr. Brooks, call your next witness.
As you notify the jury every time when there's legal matters, we take them outside of their presence.
And we're gonna
I
take
didn't-
testimony right now. Call your
I
next
merely
witness.
seek to put you on notice on the record for something that needs to be brought to your attention
And
and
I
to the
will-
court's attention.
And I will address it at
That's
the
what
next
I'm
break.
merely seeking to do. It's something that shouldn't have to wait because it'll take up valuable time later. At least if I notify you right from the onset, you'll already know what we're looking at, and we can nip it in the bud before everything starts to roll.
Look at this.
And
Mr.
then
Brooks,
it gets
I will
overlooked.
address it at the next break. If you want to write something down, that's fine, and give it to my clerk. I have nothing in writing. I know there's witnesses available and ready to go.
There you go,
Call your next
Sabrina.
witness.
Your Honor, Your Honor, you have to answer this question. You're
Mr.
making a
Brooks.
judicial determination.
Call your
rush
next
me to
witness,
judgment.
please.
You're rushing me to judgment, Your Honor.
There's no rush to judgment
There
here,
is a rush
sir.
to judgment. If you won't address a legal issue that I informed you that I had some legal issues that needed to be addressed before you just run right past that, Your Honor. You're a public
Mr.
servant.
Brooks,
Are you not a
It is
public servant?
9:37. Call
It is
your,
8:37.
sorry, 8:37, you're right. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment. Call your next
We
witness,
had a
please.
legal matter that needed to be addressed, and I'm merely trying to
And I'm-
notify the court.
I'm
Telling
just
you I'm denying
merely-
the request to address it at this
I'm
moment.
merely,
Call
Your
your
Honor.
next witness.
You said what?
I'm denying your request to address it at this moment. Please
How
call.
how can you deny
please
something that we're supposed to do before
Mr.
the jury
Brooks.
even comes out?
call your witness.
I'm not seeking to be disruptive. I'm just seeking to understand why we do this
Everyone
every day.
is in the courtroom waiting for you. Please call your
Your
next
Honor,
witness.
we do this every single day. We've done it every single day. So I'm simply trying to make sure that the court is notified.
That's all
Put
I'm
Put it in
trying to do,
writing,
Your
Get
Honor.
it to the bailiff, and if I deem it important enough to interrupt the witness, I will. But call your next witness.
How can I call the
Melly,
witness and write
so
something
funny.
down and do
You can
both?
take a minute
This
to
is the
write
way-
down what it is.
this
I'm not
the
asking
Oh, that's
you.
what that was, a
why we
water
need to
buffalo.
address
That's right.
beforehand.
Mr. Brooks,
That way
the
it
jury
doesn't
is
become an
remaining in
issue.
this courtroom. Call your next witness, please.
Your Honor, you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment, sir.
Are you not a public servant, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks,
Do I not have your oath of office?
under 90611, this court has the authority, as you know.
Do I not have?
Call-
Is this not a copy, or I asked for certified copies that you said on record that you would not provide for no good reason? That these are three
Sir,
of your
you are
oaths.
doing this,
right
and I've
here.
repeatedly told you, you can see the jury's here.
You're
You're
doing-
doing this.
Listen, Your
We
Honor,
need to go
I'm
forward.
I'm not attempting to delay the proceedings. I'm not attempting to be disruptive. I'm merely trying to notify Your Honor in the court for the record beforehand. That way, everyone's at least on notice of the issues that need to be taken up, instead of waiting until a break or a lunch and things of that nature, which
In
kills
my
valuable
discretion,
time.
it's my authority, it's the courtroom that I'm
Your Honor.
presiding over. I'm not gonna address
Is
that
this-
at this moment.
Is this not your
And
oath?
I'm not gonna answer
Did you not
questions.
swear as a public servant that you would protect the
Mr.
United
Brooks,
States Constitution?
Call
Did you not do that?
your
3
witness.
times. I have all
Look at this. Look. He done took his mask off, y'all. That's how you know he mean business. You know what I'm saying? He said, look, you know what? I got to get serious here. We got to get down to the business, okay? You see, I see you can see I have these 3 papers over here. This is like paper. Yeah, like trees had to die for me to get this. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 of these. You know, because I'm dumb, I think I get 1 piece of paper per tree. So this is 3 trees because I'm dumb. So that's how I think. Your Honor, Your Majesty, Your Highness. Daryl, you ain't shit, okay? Ooh. Da, 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 da. Oh, let's check out the top fans thing. We got Sammy, of course. We got Monica Ortiz. And New York with number 3. That's Mama's top fans for the live stream.
All of you. Here, your oath, Your Honor, as a public servant. And
Mr.
now you're
Brooks,
rushing me to judgment
there's no
when
rush
I'm
to
doing
judgment.
things lawfully by trying to notify you and notify the court of issues that need to be addressed
Mr. Brooks,
beforehand.
we are in
These
the
were issues-
evidentiary phase of this trial.
Your Honor, you're
Call
rushing
your
me to
next
judgment.
witness.
Oh, your
You're
next
rushing me to
witness,
judgment,
Your Honor. I mean,
And
Judge.
I
I mean,
object to
I'm
Daryl.
aware of 3 witnesses
I
who are
object-
here.
I object
Call
to
one
that.
of them, please.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Call your next
Your
witness.
objection's noted
And
for the
I
record.
want a legal reconsideration of your ruling. If not, I reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling.
I understand.
I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling, a written judicial finding of fact and conclusion of law for your ruling. And if not that, an interlocutory, declaratory appeal for this matter. And if not, these need to be stayed until this matter is before a adjudicated court of competent jurisdiction. Because we have not proven jurisdiction in this court as of yet. Subject matter jurisdiction has not even been proven on the record, Your Honor.
He's trying to impress the jury. The jury's supposed to hear him say all these things, and the jury's supposed to be like, wow, I mean, he seems like he knows what he's talking about. Look, I mean, the fact that he talks so much means he's right? Isn't that how that works? No? Oh. Look, he's so confident in the stuff he's making up. Like, I mean, you can't be that confident while you just make shit up like that, can you? And be guilty? That's not possible. Right? That's his mission, is to make them question like maybe he's right. I mean, yeah, just give him the things he's asking for. What's the big deal? It's like, that's what he thinks is happening. In reality, they're like, man, is the death penalty still on the table? Hey, I heard some rumors about something called capital punishment. Can we do that? Is that like a thing? Is that on the table? I mean, like when we find him extremely guilty, as we definitely will, can we like put a recommendation on there what we would like to happen? Okay, because we gonna revisit that whole capital punishment thing. We gonna definitely do that.
Don't even know the true nature and cause of the
Mr.
charges
Brooks?
against
He
me. I
don't know
even
the nature and
understand
the
that part.
cause,
I
Your
haven't
Honor.
been provided a complaint. I haven't. Your Honor, there's so many issues.
Mr.
and
Brooks,
I'm not
we will
attempting. I'm not attempting to
Mr.
to
Brooks,
be disrespectful in any way.
we
I'm
need
not
to
attempting
continue.
to delay the proceedings.
Your
in any
requests
way.
are denied.
Your Honor, I
And I'm going to
respectfully
instruct the
object
jury
that.
at this point to
I
disregard
respectfully
and not
object to
consider
that, Your
any
Honor.
of what has just happened since you walked in. It should not be held against Mr. Brooks in any way. These are legal issues that this court may or may not need to address, but they do not bear in any way on ultimately the issues that you as jurors will have to decide. And I'm instructing you to disregard what you have just heard and seen.
Your Honor, with everything that I just said, be made part of the record.
It's on the record. I'm telling the jury that it shouldn't affect anything that they're doing in any way.
He gonna
Your Honor,
deny
this
it,
is-
With
bitch.
that,
He gonna
it's a
deny the
rush to judgment.
Mr.
inevitable.
Brooks,
Because, Your Honor, I just showed your oath that you swore to took.
You swore, you
Mr.
did
Brooks,
this, Your Honor.
please call your next witness.
You took these oath of offices. You did, Your Honor, 3 of them.
I understand my oath,
Which is
sir,
very, very
well.
commendable that, you know, that you decided to be a public servant in these type of matters, Your Honor. I respect it to the fullest, but also you have to uphold these oaths that
All right,
you
I'm gonna have
took,
to
Your Honor.
excuse the jury since Mr. Brooks is
have
not
to-
calling his witness.
you
We'll
have to-
hopefully
you have
bring
to-
you back out shortly.
You have to honor these oath of offices. You have to, as a public servant, Your Honor. I respect you being a public servant. And this is not to take a shot at you in any way, but these
Mr.
issues
Brooks,
that I have,
stop. Please
they
stop.
need to be addressed. They need
I'm
to be.
excusing the jury. Can you please stop?
Your Honor, this is a rush to judgment. This is a clear bias.
Mr. Brooks, you are to stop talking.
Are you asking me?
I'm advising you, or you will forfeit your right to be present in this
So you're holding
courtroom
me
for
in
the
contempt?
questioning of your first witness.
Because you're holding me in contempt.
Uh-oh.
I'm not holding you in
Darrell,
contempt.
just
Then
shut
how
up.
can you remove me from the courtroom when I haven't
No,
given consent?
bossy too, but he definitely
Mr.
does
Brooks,
not shut up.
I'm
can
advising
do
you
that.
at this moment to
He's
call your
allergic
next
to shutting
witness,
up.
or you will forfeit the right to call these witnesses.
You can't take my
Under
Sixth Amendment
906.11,
right.
you are
cannot-
refusing to
Uh-huh.
call a
I
witness.
didn't refuse anything, Your Honor, and you can't deny me my 6.
That's so funny. He's like, I have the right to call a witness. Go ahead and call a witness. I don't have to call a witness if I don't want to. I can or cannot call a witness. I can do both or either of those things at the same time or one after the other, whatever. I can do that because I'm an asshole. Is that it? Look at him. You can't make me do it or not do it. You know, I have the freedom to do or not do. Oh, look at my little jar. Thank you, Bossy Tuba. Thank you, baby. Mama, appreciate you. Yes, indeed, she do. Ooh, that's 7 out of 20. That ain't bad. Well, Sammy was doing all the heavy lifting on it. But look, I got me one from Bossy Tuba. Nice. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
Amendment right, which is
Mr.
to
Brooks,
call
do you want to
witnesses,
be present in
which
this
is to subpoena
courtroom
witnesses.
while you question your first witness? Because it is now 8:44 and you've consistently talked in front of the jury who's no longer in this courtroom on issues that you have been advised and are fully aware are not relevant to their determination despite what you
This-
believe the law
This didn't have anything
is.
to do with the jury,
Subject
Your Honor.
matter that is what you referenced in front of the
I
jury,
referenced
and then you
that
referenced
after I
my
had raised
oath.
the issues that I was
Subject
trying to
matter
raise.
jurisdiction, as you know, is not
As I
something
don't
the
know.
state has to be, the
It
state
has
must
to be
prove.
proven. It has to be. And
You are
if it doesn't,
frankly
show me
confusing
lawful law.
civil
Show me lawful
jurisdiction
law,
in
Your Honor.
federal cases with criminal court jurisdiction in the state of
You
Wisconsin.
don't have criminal.
That
you
has
don't
been
even
made
have,
abundantly
You don't
clear.
have subject matter jurisdiction or personal jurisdiction.
Mr. Brooks,
Or personnel jurisdiction. You don't. You haven't proven.
you have not,
You
I
haven't proven
excuse
for
the
the record.
jury. I'll give you the opportunity to raise whatever issue it was, but you need to do it now or we're moving forward.
That's what I want to do. That's what I
So-
was attempting to do.
And if you interrupt me one more time, you're gonna go do it from the other courtroom.
And
Because
so
you're
you're holding
being,
me in contempt?
all right. He can go to the other courtroom and we will address these issues because
holding
you
me in
are
contempt?
not being respectful. You are disruptive. You are interrupting. I will give you one more opportunity. Don't interrupt me again. Don't roll your eyes at me. Don't sigh at me. You have delayed these proceedings now by 15 minutes because of your nonstop commentary.
such a dick.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to you. What issue do you want to raise, sir?
So are you letting me make an offer of proof for my appeal?
No, because that's not what's relevant at this
my God.
time, sir. If you don't need to make an offer of proof. Tell me what the issue is. You said
Okay.
you have a legal issue you want to raise before we get going. What is that issue?
Okay. The legal issue is this. Detective Casey yesterday testified for the second time under oath in reference to exhibits 13 and 14 that show the backyard of my mother's home.
Oh
Which
yeah, he was
he
mad about
stated
his mom's
that-
house.
he had been to the home,
Uh-huh.
had
What
seen
about
the
it?
backyard,
Uh-huh.
all this stuff, when he did not, in fact, even speak with my mother. It was brought to my attention that my mother, in fact, never spoke to any law enforcement from Waukesha.
Would you like to add her to your witness list to call her?
Which is hilarious. We've listened to the recording of her calling exclusively just to tell on him. She hasn't talked to any of the police in Waukesha. Except for, of course, when she called to tell them that I had stole her car when I actually didn't because I was living in it. But she just wanted to detach herself from me, you know, out of shame and terror that she was going to go to jail also. Aside from that one time, she ain't never talked to none of y'all. Is that what she told you? Daryl, did she tell you that she ain't talked to them? Because she definitely did. She definitely did, Daryl. She called the police and said, my son stole my car and I think he might have drove to the children and the grandparents. He stole my car, though. Did I mention he stole it? Because he stole it. I definitely didn't give him the keys and gas money and lunch money. I definitely didn't do that. That didn't happen. You know, he's so funny. Thank you, Big Mitch. Ooh, Nice. That's 8 out of 20. What? With 10 minutes to spare. Nice. And he ain't bad. He ain't bad. That's great. Thank you, baby. Mama, appreciate you.
Yes, I would.
All right, that's
Because
fine.
she's
That's
willing,
how we'll
she's
address
willing
that.
to come.
But that's not something we needed to address this
It needs
right
to
away,
be addressed
sir.
because of the issue of the subpoena. That's the reason why it needed to be addressed. That's the reason why I was trying to attempt to
It
bring
could
it
have
to
been
your
done on a
attention.
break. All right, so
Will I be?
you're
Because I
putting,
have.
you're asking me to add Dawn Woods to the witness list for you.
Yes, but I also have a question about the subpoena
The subpoena for whom?
for my mother. But I would also like to subpoena the phone records so it can be made part of the record of the conversation, since the prosecution listens to all the phone calls. They should be able to have heard that phone call as well. So they should be on notice of what was said.
I don't know what phone call you're referring to. If
I'm
you're referring to a jail phone call,
I'm referring
then
to a jail phone call that was made last night, October 20th, between 7:54 p.m. and 8:10 p.m., which I'm sure the prosecution has heard by now. And that also brings up the issue of perjury testimony.
sir, the way that you will address the issues that you're talking
That's so funny. Imagine like calling your mother. And then poor thing, she got to pay for that phone call. Imagine calling your mother from prison to say something that you want to be able to have on the record for your next day in court. For the next day when you have court. She'd be like, hey, mom, okay, so I did not do it. I am totally innocent. I ain't never did nothing to nobody. Okay, thanks for listening. And then you hang up. And you come in the next day in court. I would like to subpoena the records from that phone call that I had with my mother yesterday. Wherein which, of course, it says, I say very clearly that I did not do anything wrong. So that should be evidence for sure. Daryl, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, okay? And you said a lot of dumb shit. All right. AC Cantu, how you doing? How you doing, baby? How you doing?
about are to call witnesses to challenge that or to present the evidence in support of your position. If you're telling me you need to add Dawn Woods to the witness list, I approve of that. You can fill out a subpoena and I'll direct the state to serve that upon her, and at the appropriate time we'll have her brought. We'll indicate when in the order of folks she can be brought in. So I'll grant that request.
Will I be
In
able
terms of the jail records, you'll have to subpoena the appropriate custodian or a witness who can testify to that.
That's what I was trying to gain knowledge of, because
I can't give you advice on that,
I'm
sir.
not trying to ask for advice.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Is that
That's
legal for
asking
me to
me
subpoena?
for, I can't direct how you do that. I can't tell you how to do that. You are
Yes.
acting as your own attorney, and you will need to figure that out. So you have the subpoena forms.
Girl.
You can research the issues. You have access to legal research materials and other things, and that's how you'll have to address
I
that.
accept for value in return for value this document.
Was that a subpoena form? It is. Thank you. Is there any other witnesses you're asking to add to your, and you can also call Detective Casey if you want, just so you know.
So that make 3 times he's able to testify?
If you believe he has information that he hasn't testified to, I will give you permission to call him as well.
No, I don't think it'd be necessary. He know what he did.
Well, in any event,
And he know what he didn't do.
we're gonna bring the jury back out,
Look
and
at
then I
this.
expect you to call a witness.
And just so I'm clear, because I was trying to get to that issue, what witnesses are here? Because I don't have the
Oh my, what's so crazy? Because that's how this whole thing started. They said the 3 witnesses that were there. And then he was like, "Oh, well, that brings up the one of the ones that they said was here. He said he couldn't find the paper for." And after all of this, now he's just circled back to, and oh, that's another thing. Who all is even here today? Oh, what you? Oh, Daryl, you ain't shit. I just thought I'd remind you. I know you know that you ain't shit. I know that you are aware of this. I'm sure of it, but I thought, I could remind you one more time. It ain't gonna hurt.
I don't have any paperwork for Kohler. I don't know.
Okay.
how to
Douglas
pronounce
Kohler,
it.
Stephen
And he's
Booth,
still
and Eric
waiting for
Patterson.
hoping somebody
Of
give
those
him
3,
something.
I expect you
There
to
you
call one
go.
of those
Finally,
witnesses.
look.
I accept for value in return
After
for
all
value
that
this
whining,
document.
look at that. After all that fucking whining that he did, and then he circled back around and started the whole thing over, and then finally they just go, you know what? Fine, fuck it. Here, just take ours. Damn, take the one where we did all the fucking work to him. How you gonna call this person as a witness, and then because you called them as a witness, the prosecution then has to do some work on that whole thing, also to to combat whatever it is they think you might be gonna ask him or say, and then you come and you just borrow their work. Ain't that some shit? It seems weird that you would take the prosecution's notes on your witness. Seems like whatever they got on their paper is going to make you look bad. Like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's what it seemed like. That's what that would do. But whatever, knock yourself out.
For the record, Judge, Attorney Witchow just handed to the defendant for his benefit the police report as it relates to the statement of Douglas Kohler.
Since he's claiming he does not have it.
Since I know that I don't have it. So let's make that record correct.
You don't have it with
They should go right over there and snatch that fucking paper. I would have went back over. I would have been like, "Give me my fucking paper, you bitch." I would have been like, "Oh, I forgot there's something written on here. Let me fix that real quick." And like I'm just gonna add something to it. And then I just snatch that motherfucker. It'd be like, "Okay, what was that shit you was talking again?" Yeah, go fuck yourself. How about that? Oh, the hell, motherfucker, no.
you in the courtroom is what you're saying.
I can't find it anywhere.
You've had it previously.
Yes, I had it at one point.
All right.
Yeah, no. Yes, I did have it. And then I
Are
lost
you
it.
ready to proceed forward, Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
And that's
All
why
right, let's bring the jury out.
yes. Oh my God, bro. I wonder how many times a day he get punched in the face. I feel like it's a lot. I'm thinking like 18 to 25. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there. You know he get punched in the face a lot. Even though he be in there being submissive as hell. Remember, Daryl is super submissive with men. He's very submissive. I mean, very, very, very submissive. He submits immediately to males. He's like aggressive with women, but he's very submissive with men. But even though he is submissive with men in jail, you think, oh well, they're probably not whooping his ass. No, they are gonna whoop your ass even more because you're so submissive. They're gonna whoop your ass and then they're gonna do something else to it. It's terrible. It's terrible, Daryl. Look at him. Why she looking at her like that? Oh my God. It's a fucking spoiled child. Hey, Jeanette, what's up? He did all of that just to get their paperwork. Just to cheat on the test. He did all of that just to cheat on the test. Ooh. And this is that same day that we've seen a quadrillion times. And Erica comes in, he does that weird shit with the pictures. Hold on, let me see. Let's see the pictures. Here we go.
I don't know if you can see them from here, but do you recognize these pictures?
Look at her leaning.
You need to show those to the state. The bail will take them.
Look at Oliver. Look at Oliver. She's like, what the heck? What the hell? What the heliante? What the heli Barry? Look at her. She's like, what? Is he holding up pictures? Wow. The incompetence is great with this one.
It's not proper procedure, sir.
I'm going to object to those being shown as a witness. They have no relevance whatsoever.
None.
Yes, they do. And I'll
Sustained.
get into how they have relevance.
They've also never been disclosed to the state before this moment.
Sustained.
Sustain what?
Not relevant.
They are relevant. It creates foundation. And I can prove that.
And I can prove that.
In the presence of the jury, the conclusion of the
It's so funny. He says, I can prove that. And I can prove that it proves foundation. That's why it's here. That's why I brought it. Because it proves the foundation. And on top of that, Your Honor, Your Majesty, Your Highness, I can prove that. Guess how he can prove it? Because when she sent the pictures, she sent a letter, Your Honor. She sent me a letter. You know, what was in the letter? Oh, she was just talking about how hot I am and how tall I am and how much she missed me and how competent I am and how much of a provider I was and how I'm never abusive and how I never would have ran her over like that one time that I ran her over. It said all those things, Your Honor. What'd you say? You said, where the letter at? Oh, I left it in my cell. I really didn't think that you was gonna need to see it. I thought I could just tell you, you know, because my word is my bond, Your Honor. I felt like that I created, you know, like a foundation for you to be able to trust what I say, you know, by not being a fucking liar forever. And so I didn't think I needed to bring the letter of her pledging her undying love to me. Because that's what he swears in this thing. Her talking about how do you think somebody is sending you a letter talking about y'all need to get back together? You is in prison. What do you even mean by that? Like, what does that even look like? Oh my God.
this witness, and if need be, bring the witness back in. But next question, please.
And these need to be offered into evidence as well.
And he said, look at the little hand movements. And those things I handed you, those things that you just took, well, you just took them, which makes them automatically now, he thinks he snuck in some evidence. He thinks that once he presents them in court, they now are like, y'all can't do nothing about it. It's here. it's already here. You can't take it out because it's already, it's got you. Look, it needs to. Oh, those need to be marked into evidence. Oh my God, he's such a creeper.
You stated that there's been no contact. How would the alleged defendant obtain photographs from you if there's been no contact?
Objection.
Grounds.
Assumes the fact, not in evidence.
Grounds.
Sustained. Assumes facts
Look
not
at
evidence, not relevant.
How's it not relevant? Photos just don't pop up out of the blue.
Mr. Brooks assumes facts not in evidence, and at
facts.
this point,
I got the pictures
conduct
right here.
after
Facts.
the alleged date of violation here.
Oh my
is not
God.
relevant.
Alleged violation.
I want to hear the phone calls, you guys. I need to hear the phone calls. I never did hear. I to this day I haven't heard any of the phone calls. Like from him in prison. Like not the interrogations, but his phone calls in prison. I haven't heard any of his phone calls in prison yet. None of them. Have you guys ever heard any of the phone calls? His phone calls in prison? I need to hear these things. Like I've seen transcripts from after he ran over her foot the first time. And then he, before he got out of jail for that, like that 2 weeks before this whole thing happened. I've seen those transcripts from those phone calls when he was in jail. But I want to like the phone calls from when he was in jail. Like I haven't even seen the transcripts of the phone calls when he was in jail. Is that weird? Will be the last ones don't get. I know that's right. Those gonna be the last pictures Dawn gonna get for sure.
You're correct. After the date charged, the dates that are charged for these allegations, you are absolutely correct.
Thank you. Have you, since the evening of November 21st of 2021, have you attempted to contact the alleged defendant?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
I'm gonna excuse the jury. I'll rise for the jury.
Look at him. He really think he did something. He really think he did something. Eric ain't paying him no mind. Over there wanting to try to intimidate somebody.
Thank you. Be seated.
Hamster brain ass Daryl.
Your Honor, I find it.
Hold on. All right, sir, I'm gonna
Thank
let you
you,
make an
Sean.
proof as to why you believe the photographs and the questioning about contact after the alleged incident is relevant.
It's relevant because these were sent by the witness.
Yeah, I think that's right, Jackie. Subpoena. Looks right.
It assumes a fact, not an evidence, but
You
what
want
is,
the letter
hold
too?
on, hold on. Tell me the basis you believe there's been communication and why you believe it's relevant.
Oh, I love
to-
this part. This is one of
It's,
my favorites.
it's relevant because it was testified to her first time testifying, and then also by was the last guy, Guth, that he was told that the witness was supposed to be so deeply afraid of me and all this type of stuff. So if you're so deeply afraid and worried about somebody and this and that, why would you
Sir, do you want to open up the door to the other act's evidence of you?
That's not opening.
No.
That's not opening the door.
Hear me out. Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
These witnesses have been incredibly careful to abide by my rulings.
It's
Sometimes
not opening
in
the
a court
door.
of law, when there are pretrial rulings, the testimony of a witness needs to be said in such a way not to run afoul of that. This witness, Detective Guth, I believe Detective Casey and others, Corey Runkle, and even Nicholas Kirby yesterday, this court has all had to stop them so that they didn't run afoul, or they've stopped themselves so that they didn't run afoul of the court's pretrial ruling on other acts evidence between you and this witness. And I've been very, very careful to make sure that doesn't come in. But if you keep questioning her about whether she's afraid or not, or why she wouldn't have contact or not, you are opening the door to that testimony.
That's so funny. He's like, I didn't question her about that. You said the whole precedent of you, the whole reason that you brought in the pictures is because you wanted this it was to combat what the police officer said or whatever about how she said that she was so scared of him. Like that, if that's the whole point of it, if it's brought in that she said, you're saying she said she was scared and this proves that she's not, then they're going to be like, yeah, well, 2 weeks before this, you ran over her foot. So yeah, I'm thinking she's probably terrified. You ran over her foot and then threatened the shit out of her while threatened to call your gang member buddies that never show up for your music videos, apparently. Just no support. Darrell's getting no support from his gang members, okay? Because he ain't one. That's why, because he ain't in there. Oh my God. It must be a lonely life for the weirdness of the Darrell. Imagine pretending to be a part of... I would be too scared to pretend to be a part of a gang. Like, what? They don't even like it when you wear their colors in the area. If you're not a part of the gang. Like, the fact that he's just running around town with these red colors all by himself all the time is just fucking weird. It's so fucking weird, bro. Oh.
All of my rulings have been made to prevent what could be seen as prejudicial evidence. The standard's not prejudicial. The standard's whether it's unfairly prejudicial. But you can open the door to that, sir.
It's unfairly prejudicial that I have a document stating that November 20th never even happened, but yet and still the witness can get on the stand and lie on the stand.
Have you turned that document over to the state?
Come on, man. Y'all know that's not right. Y'all know that's not right.
Then you need to immediately turn it over to the state right now. It may become relevant, but no one has seen it. When did you receive the document? Hold on. When did you? I'm having you make an offer. When did you receive the document?
Okay, but I just want to stay for the record, Your Honor, that's kind of biased because the state did the same thing yesterday with creating an exhibit right on the fly that didn't even exist that I didn't have. But
that's not true. That's a misstatement of the evidence.
That is true.
No.
She said it herself.
No. Marking an exhibit is not creating an exhibit.
No, not marking an exhibit. She said...
We're not going to go down a tangent, sir.
Right,
I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to make a record.
It's not fair, Your Honor, Your Majesty.
When did you receive this document that you claim was sent by this witness?
It's not claim. It's for a fact.
Sir, it hasn't been established yet. I need to make a record.
So do y'all want the letter?
I want to see the letter.
What?
I want to see the letter.
Okay, so I got to...
And I want to know when you received it.
I got to bring that in. Every time, this is what I don't get. Every time I'm presenting something that needs to be made for the record and placed in the evidence, it's a problem. But the state can do it, no problem.
It's not, sir, there are proper procedures, and I want you to make a record.
Procedure.
If you don't make a record,
so
then
what?
I can't make a ruling.
It threw people off a loop. They weren't ready for it. They scared of it. That's what it is.
Ooh, saying that my email is it's mama J9Eve @gmail. So MAMA, mama mamaj9eve@gmail.com. Send it there. Send me a link there. I'd be so happy. If I'd be so happy to hear some audio. That would be lovely. mamaj9eve@gmail. I would love to hear that. It would be so excellent. Ooh.
Man,
Mr. Brooks.
come on, man, stop.
When you
Stop
are you aren't
Stop
even
it.
letting
You're a
me
public
ask
servant, Your
questions.
Honor. I respect your courtroom.
They
I respect
scared.
you. You're a public servant, though. Your job is to be the referee. Is it or is it not? You stated so yourself on record that your job is being the umpire.
Your Honor, can I ask Ms. Patterson please be excused?
Yes, you can be excused. My apologies.
My apologies too, but it needs to be some truth. Especially when we're talking about stuff that didn't even happen, but they're allowed to get on the stand and say that it happened when they know it didn't happen.
So I'm going to make a record about what
This
he's
is
referring
ridiculous,
to
man.
in count 77. Okay.
And what happened to that paper? Because it was on the table. Then when I
Mr.
come
Brooks,
back in,
I
it's
need to
nowhere
make
to
a
be
record
found.
of a variety of
So who
things.
took my paper?
And you keep interrupting me repeatedly.
So who took my
today.
paper?
I have shown an abundance of patience this morning. I've warned you repeatedly about being removed from the courtroom. And then every time I try to get into it, you, meaning an explanation and make a record, you interrupt, you attempt to divert everyone from what is being done this very second.
I didn't attempt to do anything.
Yes, you do it repeatedly,
Okay,
sir.
whatever.
So you're doing it once again.
Whatever. Just make your record.
The document that Mr. Brooks wanted to show Detective Guth and this witness was a letter sent from the state of Wisconsin to the court regarding count 77. The state sought to dismiss that count, and they have prosecutorial discretion, and I granted the request that the charge be dismissed.
Why was the charge dismissed?
And that's, I can't answer. It was dismissed because the request was made, sir. They don't need a reason. There's an abundance of case law about prosecutorial discretion. And they chose not to pursue that. My guess
Your Honor,
is maybe
with all
to simplify things and to keep this tidy. I don't know. You know what? I'll indulge you. Attorney Opper, would you like to provide a basis for why the state sought dismissal of that charge prior to the start of this
Yeah, let's
trial?
hear about it.
Yes, Your Honor, because as Ms. Patterson just testified a short while ago, she did not have any visible marks or injuries from that event. And we did have the photographs of her injuries. We did not want to confuse the record as to whether or not there was a battery that occurred on November 20th.
Your Honor, I object to that. What does the letter read?
You have the letter. You showed it to me, sir.
And I've been trying to find it ever since I came back in, and now all of a sudden I can't.
And now
find it.
you're
Ooh,
imputing
we got a
the-
troll. Where?
somehow You're imputing the integrity of.
Where's the troll, Bossy Tuba? Who is it? Oh, did somebody already delete it? I never get to participate in trollness anymore. Oh, he's offended that the charge was dropped. Oh. What does the letter I can't find and no one saw read read? Oh yeah. Hey, what was on that there letter that nobody has ever seen and it never got mailed and doesn't exist? What did it say? Was it written on invisible ink, aka piss? You know what I'm saying? What was that I was watching? It was like people they would use P as invisible ink. Shit's hilarious, bro. Hawaiian Kwakini. Oh, was that the name of the person? I think they deleted it. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh no, yeah, no. It's gone. Oh, you know what? I might be able to, let me see. Maybe it'll show up in this thing. Be interested to know what they were saying. You know, Mama likes to play with her food. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a whole lot to vent though. I've been venting pretty good lately, so I'm not like holding a whole lot in. So I don't have to use it on the trolls. You know, I use them as basically like target practice. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like angry and a troll comes in, I just give them. I release the beast on them. It makes me happy. Ooh, yeah, Sonny.
Of this court,
No,
of
I'm
the
not.
bailiffs of this state, you're accusing, frankly, everyone of moving your papers.
Did I point the finger at anyone? Did I say anyone did anything?
Not directly, but indirectly you did,
So
sir.
how can you make the assumption that I'm saying?
Can I please make the record without you interrupting
Yes, you may.
me?
Yes, you may.
Look at that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Give him
But you
permission.
made repeated comments, sir, about I can't find my documents, I don't know what happened,
somebody
things of that
deleted it.
nature. When you came back out, you took multiple minutes before you even asked your first question of Ms. Patterson. And if I need to, I'll have a bailiff put on the record that no one touched your table.
Your Honor, did I say anyone touched my table? I didn't
You
say
implied it, sir.
But did I say that?
You stated it implicitly.
I never asked the bailiffs, hey, did any one of you touch my table? I never said that to them. I just said I can't find my
No,
paper.
you
which
said
is the
who
truth.
took my
The way
paper.
that you said it, like,
He
I
said-
didn't point anyone out though.
and like,
I
well,
don't
that's
think that
kind
that's
of
fair.
interesting.
I don't
I don't
think that
have a
that's fair to
document that was
assume.
just on my table. That is what you said.
That's
Words
what
to
I
that
said, but I
effect.
did not point the finger at anyone.
So
I
you
can see
have
if
the
I
letter.
came in, Your Honor, with
You've
all
been
respect,
given.
I can see if I came in and said, hey, one of you moved something off my table, or if I would have directed that towards the state, or if I would have directed that towards the clerks or something like that, then that would be more of a validity to what you're saying.
I need to continue with the record, sir. It's very apparent to me, sir, that every time, I can't say every time because that would be an absolute, but many times throughout this trial, and especially the last 2 days, when the court makes a ruling that you disagree with, or I want to make a record about some behavior of yours, or a further record about a ruling that you that was not in your favor, that you start peppering me with questions or comments, statements. You question me about the law. You ask, is it verified law? It is, from my perspective, a clear attempt to kind of turn us in a direction away from what we're doing, perhaps even to stall and to delay.
I'm sorry
That's
you
my
feel that way.
that I'm making a rule. You're doing it again.
I mean, because it has no validity.
So I am trying to make a record outside the presence of the jury about a line of questioning you want to ask Ms. Patterson. Now, I've reviewed repeatedly up on the bench 90608 and 90616, which are two of the primary ways you can attack credibility. I've referenced one of those previously. 90608 is evidence of character and conduct of a witness. I'm not going to read through it all, but it's limited to character for truthfulness or untruthfulness. It's not specific instances of conduct. It's character evidence, which frankly wouldn't even come from the witness who's testifying. All right, then there's the statute on bias, 90616. All right, and none of the questions as I heard them went to a permissible topic under bias of witnesses. You generally said credibility. You did not give me any further explanation as to why you believed it was relevant to credibility. Now we have you claiming that there's some document that was sent by the witness after the charges were filed that apparently contained photographs. And you can clarify the record momentarily when I'm done, that you believe goes to the credibility of this witness. So I need to ask a few questions about that, sir, to determine whether it has relevance to those issues. Number one, when did you receive this letter?
I received this multiple letters actually over a period of time. It wasn't, I referred to this one because this one had the pictures. But
And why do you
the
believe
one,
it was from
to
Ms.
answer your
Patterson?
question, to answer your question with clarity,
Thank you. Does it have a date on it? The letter?
no, I didn't bring the letter, I brought the pictures. Because I thought, from my interpretation, I thought showing the pictures would be okay. How did I get these? So my mind was saying, show the pictures. They didn't come out of thin air. The witness
We need the
knows that
letter.
they sent me the pictures. They know that.
Well, again, it assumes facts that aren't here. You're assuming this witness sent it. I don't know. But even if she did, what relevance does it have to her credibility before this jury?
It goes to the credibility because she's put on this facade of being so afraid of someone, but yet still, you know that we're not supposed to have contact, but you still sneaking behind and saying, oh, I wonder how you're doing, and oh, this and this and that. Oh,
I don't think
no, I
she's
still
ever
love
said
you.
she was
Oh,
afraid. I think that was the officers who may have stated that. But I don't believe she
But-
ever said that. She specifically said today when you asked her why did you, it was either why did you go back or why did you have, I'll look at my notes, and she
It was
said,
why.
I don't know.
It was why weren't you forthright with all the details? That was the question.
So again, I'm going to ask you, even if this letter's from her, these pictures are from her, how does it
Your
relate to
Honor.
her credibility before the jury?
Who else could Who else could these pictures be from?
I'm going to ask you point blank, did you get a letter that's signed from her?
I got. What do you mean sign? No
How do
one
you
signs
know?
letters.
What's your why do you have a belief that they are from her?
I have multiple letters from her.
You're not answering my question. Why do you believe the letters are from Erica Patterson?
I'm gonna
Because
ask you
they
straight
were
out.
sent from Erica Patterson.
Oh my God, Daryl, you sound freaking crazy. Don't he sound right crazy? Look, 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 look. Oh God, still got it, y'all. Mama still got it. I still got it. Look at this. Look how he's looking. Look, 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 look. Because she sent it. That's how I know. Because she sent it. Okay. Oh my God.
Why else would I?
Were they signed by her?
What do you mean signed?
Did she write her name on the letter? Was it the content
you
of the
kidding me?
letter? No, I'm not kidding you. I need to make a record, sir. You're making a statement that these letters are from her and that they're relevant to her credibility.
Your Honor, I'm gonna go out on the limb here.
And I'm asking you why you hold that opinion.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume, which I know is true, you've never been in my position. You've never been in jail. So you've never received a letter from someone writing someone in jail. No one is gonna when you
You're
say
not
to me,
answering my
when you
question,
say to me,
sir. What's the basis why you believe they're from Miss Patterson? Is there some information in them that only she would know? Did she sign the letters? Is it penmanship that you recognize? Why do you believe they're from her as opposed to somebody else sending you information? Could be your mom, could be, I'm just saying, could be anybody else. You got to answer my question. It's called an offer of proof.
But you still got to understand why this is mind-boggling to me. Like, how I got a child with this woman. Why would I not know her handwriting?
But you have to
Why
lay
would
a
I not know?
foundation for these letters, sir. That might be
This
through
is
your own
ridiculous.
testimony. So that I'm trying to figure out why you believe they're from her. Not all this other stuff about
you
I'm in jail
serious?
and I have a child. I'm trying to I need to know. It's called an offer of proof.
Are you serious?
What do you believe? Why do you believe they're from her? I am serious. I need you to
Because
answer.
they're from her.
But you're assuming
Like, how else am I supposed to answer that?
I've given you a few reasons why it would lend to that opinion.
So it has to be put in a legal
The
term
bottom
or
line is I
something?
need the letter. So if you're gonna question her on that, the state absolutely has a right to see the letter.
Daryl, you got
So
terrible
you
posture.
need to provide that letter. I'm not, the bottom line is I'm not gonna allow any questioning without having that letter.
So
The
what
state
about,
has the ability to question you about that, or question this witness, and to look at the veracity of what your claims are here. So when I may take an early lunch. If that's in your cell, then you can go get it and bring it. But without that letter, I'm not allowing this line of questioning. Do you have the letter with
So-
you in court?
I just said no. How
I
many times
just
I gotta say
said
the same
no.
thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seems to hear
In a
that just
quiet
fine.
courtroom,
And
yes,
everybody
we can hear it very
and
clearly.
everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging. Or,
Once again, you're doing this tactic where you
because
try to
it's not a
go
tactic,
off
it's
of what
facts.
we're talking
It's
about
facts.
to some other reason.
It's facts. Because
some
I
other
find
thing.
it hard to believe that
I'm gonna
all
let
of
the
a sudden
state.
nobody hears what I say.
I'm gonna let the
Come on,
state
man,
make a
stop.
record of why they
Stop.
believe it's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you
So
believe
I
it's.
didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was
The
somebody
record will
else
reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
that I know is from him?
No, that you believe.
That I know.
All right, I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
That's a lie. I object to
Let
that.
the state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was
Ooh.
a minor
Oh.
in Nevada.
Oh.
And for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction,
Oh,
pled
no.
guilty in March
Oh,
of
no.
2007 to that felony offense and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom,
Damn.
Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
Furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because
done.
that's a lie.
Let him
Because at the
finish.
end of the day,
Let
if
him
we
finish,
gonna open the door
Mr.
on that, no,
Brooks.
since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record. Since you think you know so much,
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on.
being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me
disrespectful,
she was when we met.
interrupting.
We can ask
He's-
that question
he is
too. Then
over the
did you
top,
ask that?
animated
Did you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let
Oh,
the
you
state.
don't like that.
I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter
Dog
and he
gonna
can
sit
show
there and try
it
to
is
think he knows
inadmissible,
what's going
she will
on.
not be questioned. And under 90611, I will
Then you gonna
declare
talk
the
about where my kids live.
cross-examination
You don't know where,
closed.
You don't know where, what
Thank
happened
you.
at
We're
the
in
time
recess,
all this
1
happened,
hour.
bruh. Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then, so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much. Did you know she said she was 18 when I met her? Did you know that?
That's actually hilarious. It's like, did you know that? Did you? Okay, fine. Okay, all right, you got me. Okay, I was chasing the children on the playground. You got me. But did she tell you that how old she told me she was when I got her off the kindergarten bus? Did she tell you how old she told me she was? Oh my gosh, gross. He's so fucking gross, bro. He's the most gross, really, if you think about it. If you think about it, he's the most gross. Exactly. She looks 12 now. So she must have looked like she was a fetus when he met her. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely, positively, Sammy. Ooh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, it's 12:12. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. No, I skipped part. Okay, that's why. Okay. All right, y'all. Oh, shut her down. We gonna shut her down. Shut her down. Shut her down. Shut her down. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Mama appreciate you. Indeed she do. Yes, indeed. Oh, wait. Let me check this email real quick. We might have something to look at. Don't go nowhere yet. Let me see what this, if this email is, what this is. Let's see. It's an interview. Not heard in court. Audio only. Oh, is this from the FBI? If this is the FBI when I...
So I'm cold. I can't sleep, and then I can't I can't get comfortable because everywhere I turn, my shoulder.
Yeah, I've heard this one already. Yeah, that's the one. That's the interview when the FBI had was asking him, was interviewing him before the police did, or the detectives did. The FBI had came in and they were asking him stuff, and he was talking about his little pucked up shoulder. I've heard that one, and I've heard the interview of Erica Patterson where she was like scared and talking about him sicking a gang on her. No one's like, what in the fuck? She'll believe anything. Like she just, I can't imagine. Like, even when I was young and I used to just believe things, like it still had to be within reason. You know, I was very much aware still that people did exaggerate. I knew that people exaggerated because I myself had an active imagination. So I was fully aware that people exaggerate. So I didn't necessarily believe everything and people told me, like that extreme, but like I wasn't just 100% untrusting. Like now I just have an expectation that for people to lie. Like I just be like, I believe people last. I disbelieve them first, and then I believe them last, maybe, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. What I'm looking for is like a video, like some of him in jail, just him phone calls, because the phone calls, those are supposed to be open or whatever. You know, like when he was in jail during court or whatever, like while all that was going on, like all those jailhouse phone calls and stuff, those are supposed to be public. So you would think that they would just be floating around, but I haven't heard any of them, and I really would like it. So if anyone, you know, any ideas of where I can look for those, or whatever, that would be great. You sent another email? I got that email already. Yeah, I got that email. Okay. Alrighty. You think anyone ever calls Daryl in jail? His mother. He would talk to his mom. Yeah, he would talk to his mom. Those are the calls that I would like to hear. I'd like to hear what they were talking about. I wonder what's going on with Dawn these days. Super curious. All right, y'all. Later, Gators. Ooh.